major plans that you're making for yourself, especially life-changing ones. So this is the time to do it this month. Trust your intuition, pay attention to synchronicities. Those synchronicities, they're helping guide you. And there will be plenty of time this month to enjoy yourself with friends, with family, traveling, learning, writing, spiritual pursuits, and teachings. I mean, it's a really good month, believe it or not. But it's life, so there will be some challenges. And one of those will be the fact that we have a solar eclipse on December 26th, which can cause some dramas with life-changing news and events. So you'll begin to feel these energies now, and some of you have already been feeling them, especially if you've been experiencing some major upheavals in your life over the last several weeks. Well, that's already the eclipse energies affecting you, along with everything else that's been happening. And this eclipse wraps up the storylines that began in 2018. So whatever you had going on during that year, the ending of that is with this eclipse. And even though the eclipse is on the 26th of December, it doesn't necessarily mean that your story fully gets resolved and wrapped up by the 26th. These energies can happen earlier and later. So it could drag on into the first part of the new year before everything kind of settles down for you and, everything gets resolved, or you've dealt with whatever emotional outfall has happened since 2018. And I, for one, I'm going to say, thank God. I'm done. 2019 has been a doozy for me. Tomorrow, we move into a new 28-day moon cycle, which runs from December 13th to January 9th. This is the rhythmic moon of equality, and the descriptive words are organize, balance, and equality. And I dropped the ball, and I was actually going to read you what it says in the galactic calendar about this moon of equality and what you can kind of expect. But guess what? I forgot to bring the calendar because I was too busy bringing my new handy dandy, beautiful flower plant from one of my clients that brought that to me today. So I will tell you all about the 28-day moon cycle on the next episode next week. All right, so let's get into what you can expect from tonight, December 12th through to December 19th as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. General themes. Okay, this week, stress over finances and money could be high, especially for those of you who are barely making ends meet and you're attempting to get Christmas gifts for everyone. There could even be some envy and jealousy. There's just going to be flare-ups surrounding money and what others have. My advice is to talk it out. In my family, we decided several years ago that spending quality time together was more important than exchanging gifts. And obviously with children, that may be way more challenging, and you may just need to agree to only buy for the kids, right? So just figure out what works best for you and your family and your budget. And if you can only afford to buy for your immediate family, then you need to speak up. This is supposed to be a time of just being together, spending quality time. It's not about the gifts. It's not about the material items. Is that lovely and nice and wonderful? Yeah, but ultimately it's not about that, right? So you've just got to talk to your family, especially if it's stressing you out. And I know that it stresses lots and lots of people out, and it just gets bigger and bigger and harder every year to buy something, especially when you've been buying for the same person for like 30 something years, right? So figure out, you don't have to do traditional norms if it's going against the best interest of your family, your finances, and your situation. You should not be going into debt so that you can buy, all 100 people in your family a gift for Christmas. So really think about that and speak up. It doesn't have to be something ugly, but if it is a stress point for you in your life, talk to your family, figure out something that will work for everybody. And undoubtedly, you won't be the only one that feels that way. And just come up with cool ideas. Like Simon and I, we spend, instead of spending money on big expensive gifts that we could just buy ourselves, throughout the year whenever we want, or we basically just, instead of buying gifts, we use that money and put it in a vacation fund so that we can travel, because we like to do things on the weekends and during the summer. So we just save that money so we can do stuff throughout the entire year instead of saving up to blow it all at Christmas. Okay, anyway, let me move on. This week, you could also see some fear-based clinging happening in your life. You'll be looking at where you're holding on to things too tightly out of fear, and where in your life is someone holding on to you too tightly out of fear. And this could show up with fears surrounding money, people, situations, and, things, material items. And this week we'll call attention to your choices surrounding fear-based thinking and clinging. So if you're not paying attention to what you're thinking and feeling, then this could really kind of flare up and catch you off guard out of the blue. But if you're really aware of yourself, then you'll catch on like, oh, you know what? I'm freaking out about this. I've got some fear about it. So let me just hang on a minute, figure out what I need to let go of or what I need to move past. Some of you may feel a little depressed and hopeless for a time being this week due to how this energy is clearing out some of your deeper emotional junk. This could feel heavy and oppressive, and it'll just depend on each individual person. But the most important part about this energy is it's going to force you to make a drastic shift of perspective, or you'll need to kind of motivate yourself to take action to overcome this feeling, right? You have more power and control over how you feel than what you think. You can choose to focus on the negative and tell yourself a sad story and, feel like a victim, or you can choose to say, you know what, things happen. I'm going to feel what I need to feel, and then I'm going to pull myself up by the bootstraps, and I'm going to move on with my life, and I'm going to give back in whatever way that I can. So figure out what needs to happen there, especially if you start feeling a little down. Again, due to these activations and energies, this week you'll have another round of seeing the unseen, meaning there's much more to be understood in any current situation that you're facing that may not be revealing itself yet, or it is revealing itself, but you may be misunderstanding or misinterpreting what exactly is happening. Either way, eventually something about yourself and a situation will be revealed to you in time where you get a deeper understanding of yourself, the situation, and everything involved. With today's portal activation ushering in energies to close the door to the past behind you, you may also begin to experience moments of release, letting go, knowing what's done is done, it is what it is, and it's time to forgive, and it's time to move on. This is going to have everything to do with old patterns of behavior. And one of those could be your contribution to the dramas and the things that are happening around you. You are the common denominator. What pattern of behavior do you have that attracts drama into your life? Even something as simple as you saying, I don't like drama, attracts it into your life. The divine doesn't speak the language of what you don't want. It just feels what you're putting your energy into and gives you more of it. So think about where this applies to other areas of your life. What are you attracting to you that you don't like? And more than likely, you're going to realize that you're the one that is attracting it based on where you're putting your energy. And this is also a really great time to set intentions of what you want for 2020. Again, it's about kind of closing the door on the past, letting go of things. And when I say closing the door on the past, I don't mean like avoiding, denying, dealing with your junk. You've got to face it and you've got to find the solution, or you have to accept things and again, just be done with the energy there. So if you're still feeling emotional around some stuff, feel those emotions, don't avoid them, don't hide from them, don't distract yourself, allow yourself to feel, but then give yourself a deadline of, you know what, after this date, I'm going to leave all of that behind and I'm fully going to move forward. Okay, work. For those of you employed, you may be considering asking for more responsibilities or a promotion at work. Again, there's an energy of opportunities that could be coming up. So even if you don't ask, something might pop up where you're like, oh man, I really should apply for that. And, go for it. Some of you may be considering leaving your current situation. It's a really crazy energy. So lots of people it's a time of change and a time of transformation. So there's lots of new beginnings and lots of endings happening. And I'm getting that if you are considering leaving your current situation, I just keep hearing the words, it's likely to be really good for you. And just make smart moves, right? Don't just up and quit your job and not have any income to take care of yourself and your family. So be smart about these things. Okay, some of you may be worried about the safety and security of your job. Try to stay positive and look around to see what's out there for you just in case. Those of you that are unemployed and looking for a job, not too much happening here unless you've already had callbacks and interviews lined up.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. And now, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl with Tanya Reid. Live from AustraliaPsychicCowgirl.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Australia's Psychic Cowgirl on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
G'day, Tonya Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, coming at you from Sunday Creek, Victoria, Australia today. Really rapt to be here. I can't believe a week has flown past and we're back to, the next week. So I hope everyone's doing okay with the current situation. Over here, restrictions have started to ease. So, everything, I suppose, is experimental at this stage. But with a bit of luck, we'll be up and running sooner rather than later. So fingers crossed, and that's the hope. And I'm really sending out a lot of love to all of you that are going through it in other parts of the world, because I know there's certainly been a challenge. And for many, there's a lot of challenges happening being in lockdown and being at home. I did want to share with you, I've got a book here, and many of you will know or have heard of Louise Hay, and I often bring her work into my show and when we do sessions. And the affirmation side, we were chatting about this morning on my show about how we can overcome adversity and the feelings of, with this isolation, there's a lot of things coming up for us. So I thought I'm just going to read out. I was really drawn to do this. I haven't done this before on my show, but you know what? I really felt inclined to want to share. So I'm just going to read this out. In the infinity of life where I am, all is perfect, whole, and complete. Change is the natural law of my life. I welcome change. I am willing to change. I choose to change my thinking. I choose to change the words that I use. I move from the old to the new with ease and joy. It's easier for me to forgive than I thought. That's a great aspect to work on. And forgiving makes me feel free and light. It is with joy that I learn to love myself more and more. The resentment I release, the more love I have to express, the more resentment I release. I am learning to choose to make today a pleasure to experience, and all is well in my world. Now, this is just an excerpt from her book, Louise's book, You Can Heal Your Life. I really feel it's relevant right now because we have been a bit out of sorts, and affirmations are a great way to just empower yourself to get back on track for some of us. We were chatting this morning about the homeschooling, and, it's not only parents, it's kids. We're all going through this big change, and, it's something that really is a hard one to navigate. So I feel that all the tools we can bring to the table to help, and I am wiring and helping as much as I can. You can contact me on Australia's Psychic Cowgirl via Facebook or Instagram is my main two, and I do offer readings. And for those that maybe just want a bit of insight, I do email readings, which I think US are around $28 US, where I record them and send them via email. So for those, maybe if you want a bit of clarity, that's a great way to do it. And, it's not at much cost. So I just thought I'd add that in. Know that I'm here to support you because, there's many of us here, and all of us that do the shows are here to help you on your journey. And, when things are a little bit uncertain and unsure, and we do feel out of whack, which we all relate to because we all go through that, sometimes it's nice to just have that reassurance on what's happening around you and who's around you in spirit too. All right, I'm going to go on to Bella, my first caller from New Orleans in Louisiana. Bella, how are you?
Yes, I'm here.
How you going?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're a little bit faint, but I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Cool. All right. Would you like me to focus on something specific today for you?
Yes.
Okay. Is there any area that you want me to focus on, or just generally pick up what needs to be picked up around you?
Your phone is breaking up.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's a little bit of a sketchy line, but I tell you what, I'm just going to go ahead and read what I'm picking up around you, and then we'll see if we can navigate the line. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Can I ask? I've got a mail coming through in spirit for you. So is Dad in spirit? Can I ask? So I just want to go to. It's like he's stepping in for you.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Is there a father in spirit for you? Because I'm getting a mail around you that's in spirit coming through with the guidance for you.
I have a person that I'm dating that he and I are not on the best pages, and it's been thrilling and not peaceful, to say the least.
Okay. Yep. Can I say that a lot of people are finding that at the moment with the current energy, we're getting shown things that aren't necessarily for our highest good. I do want to say you've had concerns around this partnership, so this is not a total surprise, but I do want to say that things have been shown to give you signs on the direction of it, and I do see change around this. Can I ask, is it you that always puts in all the effort? Because I feel like this relationship is very one-sided.
It is. It's funny that you should say that. It is. If it's,
Yeah.
it is one-sided.
So,
he's more of a narcissist than anything.
Yeah. So you're being shown what doesn't serve you, and many people are. And this is an amazing message because many that are listening to this will relate. You're being shown that he's not the one for you. And I know, as hard as that sounds, and sometimes it's not what we want to hear, but sometimes it's what we need to acknowledge and accept that it's time to move on. And I do want to say, with the connection to spirit coming through to me, showing me that there's a lot of really great things for you, but we need to let this side of it go for that to come in. And I'm also shown through spirit there's money coming to you. So I'm not sure whether you're aware of what this is, but it's like there's something around money coming in as it needs to, and there's a little bit around it not happening at the moment because of this person in your life.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about?
I had seen that. I read that somewhere. I can't remember exactly where I read it, and it's pretty much nail on the head of what you're saying. That once you remove yourself from that person, blessings would flow.
Absolutely. And I see a lot of blessings, and I did pull a few cards for you prior to coming onto the show today because I thought, okay, sometimes I'll just be drawn or spirit will show me, use the cards. And there's 2 money cards in here like that, were right beside each other. So it's like financial success, the abundance around you. And so it's definitely part of your big picture. But as Spirit's showing me now, we need to clean up all that isn't serving you. And it will be the case of once you make that call, things will start to come along. I do want to say also in this, there's something around an opportunity around what you're doing for work as well.
Okay.
Okay. And movement around you. So have you been considering relocating or moving? What's the movement in regard to?
I'm in the process of starting a new business. Transitioning out of healthcare and into a business consulting firm. And it's been kind of like a slow process, especially with the pandemic. So that's what I've been trying to do, and move from where I'm living at now into a better home for myself and my children.
Yeah, so that will be happening. And there is also, it was funny with one of the cards about love and blessings. So there will be someone else that's going to step in for you. So it's almost like when you feel in doubt around making the call on the current relationship, know that there will be somebody stepping in. But I do see there's movement around, and it's like once you make this call, the opportunities will come in thick and fast. So the relocation will be, you're going to be offered somewhere that's a lot more ideal than where you are now. And I feel like I'm in an area that's easy to travel around. I love your idea with the business. That makes total sense in the money coming in. And I do want to say that looking at it around the pandemic at the moment, what you've got to offer will be grabbed up. Like it's like that will be needed coming through this. So I feel like it's a great business idea. Stick with it. Also look at how you can promote that in a way that's different to others. So what is it that makes you unique? Because you are quite unique and you've got great experience. And I want to go back to things that you've studied in the past are going to be quite helpful moving forward for you.
Okay.
Okay. So with that business, the Spirit is showing me there's something around, are you questioning what you're going to call it, the business name, or there's something you're weighing up at the moment about some kind of slogan or something for the business?
It's my name, SLS Business Consulting.
Yep. So have you worked your tagline in? Because there's something around, I need to know what that is, because sometimes, letters and things, people don't immediately capture what it's about. So I just want you to delve into that tagline. So what are you doing differently within that field that you can put underneath? Like it's a little bit like I'm Tanya Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, and then I'll have that slogan of, down to earth medium, because I'm very country. So I just feel like we want to embrace your uniqueness in that tagline, and that's what's going to nail people coming to you. I'm excited for you. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see success around that, definitely. Now, I am running out of time, so I'm going to have to wrap up, but stick with that and get rid of the narcissist. It's time to, you're done there, and you deep down you know that, but I'm just confirming it for you.
Thank you. That was confirmation. That's what I needed to hear after 3 years. Thank you very much.
Right.
You've been very helpful. Thank you. I need that confirmation.
Bella. Yeah, connect with me on Facebook, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl. I'd love to hear. Thank you. All right. See you, everybody. Same time, same place next week. Tanya Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl. Woohoo!
There is somebody's mom here. She directed to you right now.
Fee was actually channeling my mother.
I have her right now with me.
She passed away 3 years ago.
She says, forgive me.
Hearing from my mom was amazing.
What she told you before, 3 days before she passed.
That she loves me and that she'll see me soon.
She's directing me another woman in the room. Please.
My grandmother was my mentor growing up.
There's two women that directed by her right now. You and her. She's talking about the man that she was concerned, and she's still concerned, and she asked for forgiveness for that man as well.
The man that she brought forward to forgive, that's my brother.
She's telling you to stop being weak. Bring more confidence into your life.
We're all at different points in our lives. We've all been through different experiences, traumas, excitements, joy.
She's proud of you. You're quick in something. You stopped something that was very hard for you to do.
You wouldn't think that 10 years ago that I was addicted to drugs.
She says, I'm proud of you. Continue.
I never stopped asking the universe to show me the way.
She's talking about your pain. Let it go.
I don't have to have that story anymore. I don't have to hold on to the story of my pain, of my past, of my trauma. Today, I can let it go.
Let it go! She said, can you forgive me?
Yes.
Say goodbye to all things that could stop you to succeed, to feel good, to connect with your soul. Say yes high.
Yes.
Loud.
Yes.
Louder.
Yes.
She's asking you, can you forgive that person? She's directing someone else. She's directing a man. She's directing someone. Can you forgive that person? Can you forgive that person for her? Loud.
Yes, I forgive him.
Why you do forgive him? She want to know.
I forgive him for myself.
You are worthy enough to do everything for yourself. Not for anybody else, for yourself.
I know that takes a lot from her, but she gives, and she gives, and she gives.
She's asking you to be strong, to be powerful, to be connected to your soul. You don't need anyone's affection and approval to be perfect. You are already perfect. Believe in yourself.
Yes.
Just say, yes, I do believe in myself.
Yes, I do believe in myself.
Louder!
Yes, I do believe in myself.
Louder!
Yes, I do believe in myself. And I believed in her.
We're all from Brooklyn, New York, so there was a very Jewish Italian community there where people's homes were open and they would intermingle and share their faiths, share their food.
She's talking about backyard. She's talking about the trees. She's talking about dishes. She's talking about the chicken. She's talking about the chair. She's talking about everything. Please direct her what she's trying to say.
Nana's house.
Yes. My mom's house. We all lived together. I mean, they lived there with my mom and my dad. They were always together. We were always together, always cooking. She actually made a better chicken parmesan than my mother.
Yeah, hers is better.
Hers was
but don't tell her that.
Yeah, don't tell my mom that.
Don't tell Nana.
There is a power in sadness. There is a power in pain. And the power comes when you overcome it.
Talking to her really, really helped me, I think. It's definitely gonna kind of just clear my mind of all the negative thoughts that I had.
My father, Congressman Ron Dellums, who passed away a year and a half ago, visited FIA.
Today was a day to remember Ron Dellums, who in 1970 brought to Congress an anti-war and anti-apartheid stance that was branded as radical and dangerous.
Oh my God. He's asking, do you remember my hand?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what I told you?
Yeah.
Do you remember why I told you?
Yeah.
Dellums' youngest daughter, Piper, is proud that her father became an early voice against oppression in South Africa, applying pressure that would one day bring an end to apartheid.
You said, take my legacy, take my mantle. You're the smartest person I know. Go into the world and heal the land and do it in your way.
You know, Ron never gave up. He never became bitter. He loved people.
This is not my hand, this is your dad. He wanted you to tell again, louder, louder and clear, what he told you.
I'm passing you my mantle, I'm passing you my anointing, and passing it to you. You're the smartest one that I know. Run. There's so much work to be done. Run, run, run and heal the world, and don't stop. Do it in your way. Run, baby girl. Do it in your way.
So she's spoken to me like a sister, but also like an angel.
He said, I saw you when you cried in front of that candle. Why did you cry?
She's given me the faith and trust and support that was being given me by my dad before he left. So she's done this beautiful transition of allowing me not to feel the void of his leaving.
I don't know where to go when I'm not speaking with you, or I just don't know how to feel safe in the world without you in it.
in the area where I don't have a female in my life, because I don't have a relationship with my mother, and I don't have a sister. She has stepped in with the feminine to remind me that I am also loved and purposeful and beautiful and worthy, that I'm valuable.
It's not just me that tried to basically sending her messages and changing her. So she changed me in so many ways as well.
So our silly song goes this way. We are the key to do more than just let it be. The key to our destiny is in the hands of our humanity. 'Cause love is more than a philosophy. 'Cause we are the key.
We are the key.
We are the
but
key.
Diamond's key.
For centuries, it's believed that mediums have been able to mediate communication between spirits of the dead and living human beings. People usually recruit mediums to help them get in contact with family members or friends who have passed on. But celebrity psychic Fiona Johansson is also using her abilities to help law enforcement solve cold cases and help exonerate and free innocent inmates. And Fiona is joining us now. Fiona, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. How are you doing today?
We're so excited to have you. So
Awesome.
tell me, Fiona, when did you realize you had this gift?
I was at the age of 7. It was a hot summer. A friend of mine came to my house and we had fun. We played. And 3 hours later, when they want to go home, I said, please don't, because I see visions, I see colors, and I see that you guys definitely going to have a car crash. Well, of course, at that time, nobody listened to me because they didn't know exactly what I have. But 3 hours later, our phone rang and they had a car crash. And from that moment, it took 4 years for me to realize why I see things before they happened, why I feel things before people talk about to me, and then why did people communicating through me when they want justice or something about their life.
So Fiona, tell me, how did you get involved with law enforcement?
I was at the age of 17. It was back in Europe. So basically, they engaged me in a couple cold cases, and I could help them to find murder or murder cases, and also I helped them to achieve and put all the puzzles together through the colors, visions, names, and of course, spirit talking to me by themselves. Like example, 2 years ago, Coast Guard communicated and said, we have a missing pilot. And I said, I know exactly where they are. But they said, we are in Catalina coast and we are looking after, well, we are not, finding them. I said, well, we are guys in the wrong place. The moment that they said they are missing, I said, they both dead. He immediately connected and says, how did you know it was 2? Because it was one student pilot and the other one the instructor. And then he said the student pilot mentioned exactly where he is. And that's why they are dead, because I am just communicating with dead people when it comes to my mediumship. So 40 minutes later, they sent me a helicopter, and then right after, we found the stress signals that belonged to that helicopter or that plane.
That's incredible. Fiona, can you walk me through the process when you're presented with a case at first?
When I actually starting to look into the cold cases and murder cases, again, it was the spirit that directly communicated through me. So, and when I started, I was 17. Law enforcement communicated to me and said, like, are you ready to get engaged with that case? And when I felt I'm ready, I said, yes, I am. And all of a sudden, all the names, images, visions, and things come through. And then through that, I understood that when I'm asking, or there's someone asking about some name, and I don't even know about, I should not know anything about their name, I should not know anything about their genders. All I know is the communication that I have together with that law enforcement or, police or officers just tell me we have a missing persons. We have some baby boy was like 4 years old that been missing for kind of 5 hours. I'm directly connected to the energies, and I pick up the energies through that officers that communicating through phone. So I shouldn't be in a place or be around that families or touching that families or communicating with that families.
Fiona, let's talk about a specific case about R&B singer Jamal Truelove, who spent more than 6 years in prison for a 2007 murder. He was eventually acquitted in 2015 when a jury found that the two officers had fabricated evidence. Tell us about your involvement in that case.
Well, the way that I involved in this case, it was that we got through a couple actually friends, and when they reached out to me, I said, I reacted immediately that this guy is innocent and he shouldn't really be in jail. And they said at that time that they can't do anything about it because, you know, already all the evidence is against. And I said, well, he will come out, but not now. There is a timing that I can see and I'm predicting, and this time is all about like in between 5 to 7 years. And they couldn't really believe at that moment because they felt, oh my God, it's kind of very, you know, saddest because we should really get him out. And if you said that it's going to be 5 to 7 years, that actually really make us to feel very uncomfortable and disappointed. And I said, it's the time. And through that time, I communicated with Jamal in jail and trying to let him to understand about his own value and he's not innocent, which he knew already. And I said, manifest and try through manifestation, get yourself out from the jail and make impossible be impossible and show it to everybody. And that's exactly what he did.
Absolutely fascinating. Fiona Johansson, psychic investigator. Fiona, thanks so much for being on the show.
Welcome to Avid Awakening, a beautiful, gorgeous wellness center who will adjust you mentally, emotionally, and physically. Also, it will help you to manifest your finance, anything and everything you desire for. This place is a very beautiful place which is located in Corona Del Mar. So please book your appointment today.
for Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for the Ask Rebecca radio show with Rebecca Russo. Live from AskRebecca.guru. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Ask Rebecca radio show on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Ask Rebecca radio show. Thanks for joining me. I hope everyone is doing well and thriving as much as possible during this time. I know that it can be difficult to focus on positive outcomes when so much is unknown during this time. And you know, my advice is the more that you can embrace being present in the moment and focusing on the positive things in your life, the better off your mental and emotional state will be. Use any challenges as a catalyst for change and growth. Get outside in the sun and the fresh air. Move your body by going for a walk. Sit in the sun and read a book while you soak up some vitamin D. Vitamin D is so important for maintaining your entire endocrine system. It balances your hormones, metabolism, thyroid, and so much more. And the majority of the population is vitamin D deficient. And right now, with everyone, you know, feeling afraid to really go outside and be out and about, I'm sure there's plenty of people that are kind of locking themselves in their homes and not getting outside. Well, go in your backyard, get in the sun, because, you know, we are deficient in this. And the only way to get enough vitamin D is by getting exposure to the sun and doing that without some sunblock. So even 20 minutes or so will get you a little bit of vitamin D. And the only other way really to get efficient enough vitamin D is through supplements. You can't get enough of it through food. That's a myth. So do some research on that, especially if you've been feeling down and fatigued and sluggish and just feeling kind of blah. A lot of times that has everything to do with a vitamin D deficiency. So get outside for at least 20 minutes or so without sunblock. Let's do a quick moment of Zen. Put a little pep in your step and get the energies moving that might have been stuck inside of you during this time. Close your eyes, open your palms, and allow yourself to be open to receive. I'm going to be connecting with your higher self and calling on your team of guides to help energetically clear any blocks, emotional residue, and or negative attachments in your physical body and light bodies. This will help raise your vibration, expand your consciousness, and increase your awareness in order to help prepare your soul for ascension. And that the ascension is really you working through your baggage, right? It's really becoming aware of what you're thinking and what you're feeling, what your beliefs are, why you do the things that you do, why you say the things that you say, why you become triggered by other things that other people do. So ascension is all about you learning and understanding yourself and mastering yourself. And it's vitally important right now. It's very important. So I'm going to help you basically bring awareness to yourself. Breathe in through your nose, and I feel like a lot of you are going to be receiving some energy work tonight while you're sleeping. So I feel like some of you need to shift some denser energies that are stuck inside of you right now. So I do feel like you're going to be going through some stuff this evening while you sleep. You may feel that through vibrations in the body. You might have some hot flashes, maybe some cold flashes, things like that that are really going to move the energy around. All right, let's get into what you can expect from today, May 12th, through to May 19th as an overall theme, and then areas of love, work, finances, health, and spirituality. General themes. Today, we are officially in Venus retrograde, but we've been experiencing this energy for about a month now. So if you've been going through relationship stuff, money stuff, and insecurities, you know why, because that is everything to do with the planet Venus. And it's time to heal old hurts so that you can fully embrace love by allowing yourself to open your heart. It's time to shift your perspective from lack to abundance by realizing money is not the only form of abundance, and learning to love yourself before expecting someone else to love you. And we're going to be in this energy until the end of July. So you're going to see more stuff coming up with relationships, money, love, money, and again, self-esteem, self-confidence, mastering yourself, self-love, all of it tied into yourself and people outside of yourself. Part of this retrograde energy for the week will also be teaching you compassion. And compassion is the genuine caring for others as if they were your own self. Compassion comes about by putting yourself into another person's point of view so that you can see and feel what motivates their actions. And compassion dissolves the illusion of separation and brings you into deeper states of oneness. And when you truly understand that we are all part of one being, God, universe, source, or infinite intelligence, whatever you identify with, we are part of this. We are part of God. Then compassion comes naturally. So when you can see yourself in others and you can see the divine in others, it makes it that much easier to be compassionate and understanding. So I decided to pull 2 cards this week for everyone from my Peru deck. And the first card that I pulled is called Forlorn Fragment. And forlorn basically just means abandoned, deserted, sad, or lonely, isolated in some way. And here's what this week may have in store for you based on this card pull. There is a forlorn fragment of your being who is feeling abandoned and alone. It's calling out for your attention to find it, heal it, love it, and merge it into the whole. Or you're allowing a fragment of your being to take control of the whole. Either way, you need to locate the fragment that is feeling separate and bring it into oneness. Or you feel that a part of you is missing but don't consciously know what it is. This may be an ancient part of you or a new level of your being that is being revealed to you. Or lastly, you are now integrating your forlorn fragments into your full being. And sometimes that missing piece really is tied to our inner child, right? It's really tied to something from the past. So really do a little bit of digging. These things will more than likely come up into your awareness on its own without you having to do too much work. But if you're aware of the energies that are around, it's going to be easier to work through this and not get hung up on things that might be coming up to be healed. Those fragments of yourself that feel abandoned and feel, usually it's the little girl inside of us or the little boy that felt, rejected or hurt at some point growing up. So expect that to be coming about this week. The other card that I pulled is called the Jewel in the Crown. It says, visualize a crown with empty settings where the jewels belong. Each of us is a jewel in the crown. To place our jewels into these empty settings, we must first fully emerge as true ones. Then as a king of kings or a queen of queens, masters of service and embodiments of pure heart love, we take our appointed positions as jewels in the crown, sharing responsibility with gentle authority. Once the jewels in the crown are in their rightful settings, all things are possible. This week, you are stepping into your true position and becoming a jewel in the crown. And basically what the King of Kings or Queen of Queens means, it's you really embodying the feminine aspects of the feeling and being, the nurturing, the compassion, and then the masculine side, the doing, the thinking, the providers. So it's really about mastering yourself and embodying love that you then are going to share with others. So again, it's all about this Venus energy with love and money and, self-respect and self-love and our self-esteem. So a lot of this stuff is going to all tie in together, and it'll all make sense. On May 14th, Jupiter is in retrograde until mid-September, and Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion. With it slowing down, the expansion of forward momentum in your life will also come to more of a crawl, which is going to allow you time to sort out what needs changing, what needs releasing, and what needs letting go of that's keeping you from living your best life and being the best version of yourself. So that, again, I feel is something that is almost going to happen very naturally, coming into your reality through your interactions with people, or whether you're sitting in stillness. Either way, these things are going to be coming up. And once Jupiter does go direct again, only the positive areas of your life bring more of the positive luck, more of the forward momentum, and the expansion that you actually want to be receiving. This way, you're empowering the positive parts of your life that you want versus the negative parts. So really allow yourself to do the work through this stuff. It really isn't going to be as bad as you think. Yeah, emotions and feelings, they suck, okay? They suck, especially if it's sad feelings or grief or anger or frustration. Those are hard emotions, but once you allow them to move through you and you release them and you bring awareness and love, you're going to integrate that, and then you're not going to be feeling as triggered, and you're going to master yourself more. And, trust me, I promise you, you will feel amazing if you let yourself go there. Those of you that have been listening to me for a long time and that know me personally and that are my clients, you know that I haven't had an easy road. I've dealt with a lot of grief. I lost my son last year, but all those things, I had a choice to let it bring me down and be depressed and be miserable and not move forward with my life, or I had the choice to take that pain, heal it, move forward, and help empower and heal other people through that process while healing myself at the same time. So use these challenges for expanding the positive aspects. Now, this week, some of you could receive recognition for a job well done on previous projects, and or something else that you've been working on comes to fruition. And some of you will also be embracing wisdom that you've gained over the years from trials and tribulations and just aging, right? With like every passing year, we're learning something. And don't get hung up on the age and the number, get hung up on how you feel inside, and really, the things that you've learned and the wisdom. Like, wisdom is just so powerful in itself. Focus on that. And again, not on the negative side of, oh God, I'm aging, I'm getting older. We are all getting older. I'm going to be 46 this year. So, it is what it is. But just embrace it, and you'll feel amazing by doing that. The other part of this energy is there's going to be a lot of positive energy around feeling satisfied, accomplished, and content. You're basically reconnecting with your joy, you're finding your purpose, and you're going to have a lot of positive energy here that's coming in as well, even though we're doing a lot of personal growth type work. And even though we're still in this unusual time of being forced, to be in stillness, really, forced to be in our homes and forced downtime, we have planets in retrograde that can help us give into too much relaxation and just being miserable, right? Like, it will be easy to connect with feeling sorry for ourselves, feeling like crap, not feeling motivated, looking at the doom and gloom scenario, connecting with the fear. We don't want to do that, right? It's going to be important that you remain somewhat disciplined and put effort into your life, like getting very clear and specific about your goals and the plans for the future. We're not going to be stuck like this forever. Sure, we have to roll with the changes, and we're going to adapt and improvise and all of that stuff, but you want to be ready when that time comes. So don't sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Figure out some positive things that you could be doing, things that you've wanted to get accomplished, whether it's around the house or with yourself or what you want to work on. If you hate your job and you realize like, yeah, I would think I want to find a new job. These are all things that you're going to be able to work through. And this is a great week to get started on that energy. This week can also bring about the realization that you've been identifying yourself by your outer accomplishments without recognizing who you are on the inside and how much value that has. Your happiness and success, it's not built on what you're doing. It's not built on the job that you have, the education that you have. Some of those things right now are really revealing themselves to not be beneficial in any way, right? Because of what's happening. So it's really important to figure out how to cope with life, right? That is what's important. Your strength on the inside, who you are on the inside, how you choose to go through life. So it's really important to cultivate a positive attitude. Work, for those of you that are currently employed, some of you will finally realize work is not your whole life. Some of you will realize that you can't please everyone. Some of you will realize you're doing the best that you can, and that is good enough. Feel good about that. Some of you will receive help from an older masculine energy. Some of you will be putting in extra effort to prove your loyalty and your worth to your current employer, and that's going to benefit you greatly. Those of you that are looking for a job, I'm feeling job searches in full effect. If you take a methodical and disciplined approach to your job search, I do feel like you will find work a lot quicker than what you thought. Love, for those of you in committed relationships, some of you will realize love doesn't complete you. Your job is to complete yourself. Others will struggle with being willing to talk and really listen to their partner. And those with high expectations of love to just happen and not do their part will have some realizations and possibly a rude awakening around your unrealistic expectations. And some of you will be struggling in your relationships due to work-related issues. Those of you that have been doing the work and going through stuff, you're going to find more of this blissful energy with love. You're reconnecting, you're just enjoying each other's company, you're exploring new things together. So there's a lot of positive energies if you are in a positive place within your relationship. Those of you that are single and dating and looking for love, the words that kept coming to mind were action, action, action is needed on your part to put yourself out there with an open heart. And some of you could meet someone new who you may perceive as being better than you due to either the job that they have or the amount of income that they have. So don't do that. Don't compare yourself. You are worthy, okay? You are worthy of love. Finances. Action is needed to understand exactly where you are financially and be willing to do your part to make plans and set goals. That's really a message for everyone. And some of you are, some of you or someone close to you may be struggling with feeling like a failure due to facing some financial hardships and challenges. Help them see their worth and understand your own worth. It's really about working on shifting your perception. Health, some of you will be facing and venting your negative feelings in order to release stress. Just do it in a healthy way and not by attacking others. Some of you could be stuck in your own head this week, feeling like a failure or beating yourself up over past mistakes. And some of you are following through with lifestyle changes that you've recently made, and you're doing a fantastic job of improving your overall health. You're going to be feeling pumped and good, and I think that's beautiful. Spirituality, it's a very spiritual time, and with the energies around, everyone will have the capacity to grow exponentially. So take advantage of this time by learning new ways to deal with the pressures, the challenges, and the stresses of life, because those are constant. It's not changing. You've been dealing with them your whole life. So work on figuring out a better way to handle those things. Practice meditation and work on mastering your thoughts and emotions. They shouldn't be controlling you. You should be controlling them. Do what you can. Be easy with yourselves and with others. That wraps up the intuitive messages for everyone this week. let me get to my caller. I have Jen in Sapulpa. I hope I pronounced that. Sapulpa, Oklahoma?
Sapulpa, yeah, correct.
Okay, so I didn't butcher it too bad. Hi, how are you? How can I help you today?
Good, how are you, hon? I was just kind of seeing if you have any readings or anything for the future, or I have some past loved ones that just recently passed, and I didn't know if I had a message or something that needed to come through from them, so.
Okay, yeah. Let me see what I pick up on, and then we'll see we can call in some of your loved ones to see if anybody has any messages.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's a feeling of maybe recently you've kind of been feeling like, I don't know, I just feel like maybe there's a part of you that feels like everybody else is doing way better than what you're doing. So I feel like you've maybe been just beating yourself up in different ways. But that energy, I think you're also feeling is starting to shift. So you're going to start feeling more secure. And I also feel like you're going to begin to see some really concrete prospects coming your way. So there's a lot of positive new beginning type energy that's trying to come into your life where you're going to just start to feel more confident and renewed, right? So it's almost like
yes.
Yeah, it's almost like you had to go through a destruction phase in order to then feel more renewed. So all of that is coming about right now, and you're going to start seeing more of that manifesting with literally every week that passes. You're just going to start feeling better and better and better, and like your confidence is really going to be shining through. I'm not sure what your job situation is, but I feel like you've been feeling stuck in this area of your life. Does that resonate with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
And go ahead.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last piece of what you were saying.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was starting to cry a little bit.
Okay, so that resonates with you, right? You've been feeling there, like you're in the work area of your life. It's just feeling like maybe you've been stuck and things haven't really been moving forward.
Right, correct.
Yeah, so I feel like there's going to be a lot of new opportunities that literally pop up out of nowhere. So it feels like random things, like maybe you're out at the store and you run into someone and they're like, oh my God, we have this position that's open and we really need someone, and then you end up getting the gig, right? So it's really important that you're out and about once all of this virus stuff passes, that you're really connecting with people, because it feels like opportunities just coming out of the blue, out of nowhere.
Wow, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Is there any specific question that you have around work at all?
No, actually, I've secluded myself here lately, and I've been doing that, staying at home, and I've been fighting a battle within myself of all the destruction, like you said, that I went through to get to where I'm going to actually become who I am today. And I'm just kind of curious if I'm on the right path. So you're spot on. So thank you.
Oh, yeah. You are totally on the right track. Like everything that you have gone through is not in vain. And the work that you're actually doing is going to benefit you big time. So for you, this is really a foundational year. And next year is going to be more of a forward, like that's where you're really going to see a lot of things manifesting more solidly. But this rest of the year is the foundation of everything, where you're lifting yourself up out of the shadows of, like the out of the destruction, like out of the chaos. Now I feel like
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Okay, good. So even financially, you stress about money a lot, even before this time period. I feel like that is also going to be shifting. Something comes through that's really going to allow you to breathe easier. And then there's something about, is your grandmother passed away on your, I feel like it's on maybe on your mom's side?
It could be my great-grandmother.
Okay, yeah. So great-grandmother on your mom's side, does that resonate with you? Because I feel like it's someone on your mom's side, feminine energy, and she's coming in and she's talking about that you've kind of been holding yourself back, especially in the area of love.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's. So what she's saying is like you've got to allow yourself to take the chance to be more vulnerable. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm trying to sort out exactly what she's saying here. Okay, so you've had a lot of trauma in the love area is what she's making me feel like, and you're working through some of the childhood traumas and past relationship stuff that you've been in and been witness to. And as you're letting your walls come down and be more vulnerable, she's saying that is when all of a sudden it almost feels like just magically you're going to be receiving more love. So if you are currently in a relationship, it's going to improve. If you're not in a relationship, because I can't tell, because when I connect with you, I just feel like some of your pain, which makes me feel like you're in a relationship, but I almost feel like you're not.
Yeah, I am. But right now, most of my pain is in a different area. But I understand exactly what you're talking about.
You guys are separate.
Yeah, we're on and off. Yeah, correct. We have been for quite a while.
Yeah. So with that, there's some vulnerabilities, there's some stuff that you've got to work through, and she's saying then things will work out, but she's not guaranteeing that it's going to work out with this guy. I almost have a feeling like she's trying to say you've got to let go of this guy and move forward. And Jen, I do have to go. Thank you for calling in. I hope I was able to give you a little bit of insight. Everybody else, thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you next week. Bye.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Angelic Connections with Carrie M. Bush. Live from Facebook.com/Carrie M. Bush.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Angelic Connection
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hey everyone, welcome to Angelic Connections. I'm your host for today, Carrie Bush, coming from the UK. So how is your week so far? I hope it started off on a good note. This is really, really going to be a power week, everybody. Just before I've come on live, I've pulled some cards from the Gateway Oracle. These are our cards for our weekly message. And I have also pulled 3 cards for a special message for you at the end of the show. So right now, just take a moment to think of the number 1, 2, or 3, whatever number you're drawn to, and that will be the right message for you at the end of the show. So let's look at our card guidance of the week. We get the Soaring into Joy card, and this says, childlike wonder fills up my life. So this is exactly what we are doing, everybody. We are connecting back to our joy. We are connecting back to our childlike wonder. You know, like when we're children and our children are naturally connected to magic and miracles. They don't doubt their path or their journey as children. They just embrace each and every day with joy. They just see the magic in the air and they just connect to each and every moment. And this is the energy that we are all as a collective connecting back to. So this is a really powerful week. We start the retrograde week. We've just had last week our last supermoon of 2020, which was very powerful. It was a supermoon in Scorpio, and it really helped us to release and move forward on a big level. Now, this week we have 3 planets in retrograde. Yesterday was Saturn. Tomorrow will be Venus, and the next day after Venus will be Jupiter. So how powerful is this week? I'm sure you're already feeling this power, everybody. The planets in retrograde can feel a little bit fearful at times, but they really are nothing to fear. We really don't have to have any fear around this. Retrograde planets will help us. They will help us on a deep level. They will help us find our reconnection. They will help us see clearly and see anything that we're missing or anything that we need to adjust. They will help us to get into alignment once again, full alignment. And they actually help us manifest on such a powerful level. But sometimes people are so overcome by fear around the retrograde energy and the planet being in retrograde that they miss connecting to the manifesting abilities of the retrograde. So we are in store for a powerful week, everybody. Energy is so strong. We are literally changing on a cellular level right now. I'm sure so many of you can resonate this and so many of you can feel this. You are connecting back to your spiritual self. You are connecting back to your light body. It is an exciting time. It's a powerful time, and energy is being felt strongly. We are connecting back to our spiritual energy. So this means a lot of you, without even realizing it, are linking in with your spiritual gifts and your connections becoming so strong. The veil is very thin, everybody. The veil to the other world, to the 2 worlds, is very thin. And this means angel communication is exceptionally strong, as well as communications with our loved ones in heaven. You may be feeling chills down your body just suddenly. You may be taking a glance while you're watching the telly out of the corner of your eye, and suddenly you're just seeing little sparkles of light. This is you feeling the energy and connecting to your loved ones around you, as well as the angels around you. It's such a special time. You could find the energy a little bit overwhelming after the supermoon and hitting straight into the retrogrades. You could physically find that it's having an effect on your body. You could find yourself a little bit tired, a little bit irritable. Maybe you're not sleeping so well. Maybe you're having quite a few headaches. Just to make sure you're drinking lots and lots of water at this time. That is going to really help you, as well as meditation. Meditation is going to help you. Oh, sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Yeah, meditation is going to help you a lot at the moment. So depending how you're finding the energy, the best thing, as always, is just to flow with the energy each day. Connect and flow. That is your best place to be at the moment. That is your power space for working with this powerful energy. Take note of what comes up for you under these retrogrades, because it will be stuff that is going to help you connect back to your higher self. We are raising vibration to a huge level. Our physical bodies are changing as well, where we're connecting back to our spiritual self. You may be finding that you are extra sensitive right now with foods and anything in your environment. Your body is requiring different needs now. Your body is requiring different foods and different care to what we've ever given it before. This is the time that your body will be screaming out to you to do that little detox, to tweak your diet, to bring more of a natural plant-based diet into your life. Your body needs this because your body is changing. So if you're finding with certain foods that you're eating that they're just not agreeing with you, or maybe they're upsetting your system a little bit, then this will be exactly why, because we are transforming on this cellular level. We really are. And it's really, really powerful. So we have to listen to our body right now. We have to let our body be our guide while we connect and transform. This transformation is so big. And this is where we're connecting back to our joy. We're connecting back to our happiness, back to our spiritual self with our new energy. And we're all doing this together. So it's lovely. Even though it can feel challenging at times, we are in this together as a collective. Anything that is not serving you right now, we are moving away from. We are releasing that, because we're not going to take that forward with us, because it's not going to serve our energy. So we are releasing, and we are looking and re-evaluating and reflecting and realigning our mind to our body and soul, so that we can connect it as one. So we need to be really focusing at the moment on our chakras. Heart activations are particularly taking place at the moment, but we must be paying particular attention to our heart chakra, our solar plexus chakra, and our root chakra. These are the chakras that you want to be working on quite regular through meditation. Keep them balanced, keep them activated and spinning to the right speed. Because at the moment, with all of the changes that we're going through and all of the transformations that we're going through, you could find that you could become unbalanced quite easily in the chakra areas, but especially those three chakras. You might want to work on your crown chakra, everybody, especially where the veil is so thin and we're receiving so much new clarity and insight and connection with the angels. So this is a fabulous time for working on your crown chakra, working on your spiritual gifts, and opening up new connections, working on your third eye as well. This is a powerful time for stepping into your new spiritual life. So you may be guided to do new things. Listen to your body right now. Listen to your powerful intuition. If you feel guided to start anything new and you've got a lot of passion behind it, then go forward and do this, because you're going to have lots of success. You're going to have lots and lots of wonderful results from this. So, listen to your heart, listen to your soul at the moment. It will be telling you. Have times of silence. This is fantastic for connecting with the angels. Have times where you're just a little bit silent and go within. And then you can really hear what the angels are telling you, what the messages for you are, because they're very strong right now. They're also coming through very strongly in your dreams. So I don't know if any of you guys have noticed that you're starting to have very, very vivid dreams at the moment. And this is because angels and our loved ones can reach us so very easily in our dream state. This is a time when we are at our most relaxed and we are open and ready to hear messages. So any vivid dreams that you have at the moment, I absolutely recommend looking them up. Look them up on the internet, dream meaning, put in what your dream meaning is, and that is going to have a very, very relevant message for you right now. So you're probably finding in the little bit you are sleeping, dreams are very vivid, because sleep is light at the moment. The more we vibrate higher on our spiritual path, We do not actually need as much sleep as we ever did in our old energy. So that's why sleep can be light for a lot of people. So focus on your dreams, everybody. They're going to be giving you powerful, powerful messages. I'm just going to have a drink of water because my throat keeps getting a frog in it. And we are going to go to a caller now. I believe we've got Chesley on the line. Are you there, Chesley?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, that's good. How can I help you today?
I was wanting to know if I had a message from Anthony.
A message from
Anthony.
Anthony. Okay. Is Anthony in the spirit world, Chesley?
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to pull some cards for you. We'll see what comes out and we will see what the angels bring as well, because I do my connections by the angels. So I'm going to pull some heaven cards for you. Okay. And I'm also going to pull some mermaid cards. I feel guided to do that. So let's see what comes up.
Okay.
If there's a message from Anthony. Okay, let's have a look. I'm just going to pull the cards out. Okay, so you get that I'm watching over you every day card. So his energy is very much around you, Chesley. He is with you. He is with you every day. He is by your side. So please know that. I also get the tears cleanse your soul. So there's been a lot of upset. He's telling me via the angels that you've got some grief to release. You do cry some tears, and there needs to be a cleansing of your soul a little bit, and that will be from the hurt about the passing. So that makes sense. He wants you to release like all your emotions inside. So you will have quite a lot of emotions inside that are building up. Would that feel right for you?
Yes.
Yeah. So he wants he wants you to release this. He doesn't want to see you this upset. I get the remember me by the happy memories we created together. So this is you looking at photos, going back over memories. He loves that when you do that. But what he doesn't want is he doesn't want you to be in this emotional pain. He wants you to just remember the special memories and that connection, and know that that connection is still very much present. He wants you to know that he is alive within you. He lives in your heart. So he wants you to release this pain, because I'm feeling it and it's so strong. It's so heavy on your heart. It just feels so heavy on your heart. So he wants you to remember the memories, look at the photos, but look at the photos and laugh and smile and celebrate his precious life and the love that you had for one another. He wants you to focus on that rather than the pain in your heart. And he wants you to release this pain because it's making you poorly. Has it made your energy and it made you a little bit unwell, Chesley?
Right. Definitely, that's different.
Yeah, it's making you unwell, and he doesn't want this for you. He's saying he's with you. He's always by your side, and that is how it will stay. He's connecting with you, but he's connecting with you on a different level. But there's all that unconditional love there still, and he's going to help you. He's helping you through this painful time, but he is asking you to release the tears, release the emotions, because it's so heavy on your heart, and it's going to really affect your health, and he doesn't want that for you. The next card I get is he's become one of your guides. So look at this lovely connection. You're always together. He guides you in life. He's going to guide you to happiness. You are going to feel happy again. He's saying he's making sure of that you will feel happy, and you're going to be smiling, and you are going to have your happy ending. And he's going to see to that. He loves you so, so very much. And he is with you all the time. And he just wants you to be happier. At the moment, he said this pain is so heavy on your heart that you just don't feel, you're feeling glimmers of happiness, but he wants you to feel more of that. He wants you to release, not release him because he's always going to be with you, but he wants you to release the pain connected to him, if that makes sense. There's so much hurt and pain connected to his passing, which is natural. It's totally natural. But he's saying he wants you to release that and instead connect to him on a different way. So he can connect to you now 24 hours a day. But sometimes when we've got so much deep pain and hurt with it in our heart, it's very hard for us to connect to our loved ones and hear what they're trying to tell us and get these signs and messages from them. But he's saying if you can release some of this heaviness in your heart, you're going to be able to feel him and hear him on a stronger level than you can right now. But he wants you to know that he's always reaching out to you. He's always there for you, and he absolutely loves you. And he also says thank you. And I'm getting so many goosebumps now. He's saying thank you for everything you did for me. He will never forget that, and he's always going to be with you because he's one of your guides now. So it's a real beautiful energy from him, and the love that he has for you is completely unconditional. And the love that he has for you cannot be broken, not even through death. It cannot be broken. This is a bond for life. You have been together in many lifetimes before, and he stays by your side. He does stay by your side. So it's a beautiful love, unconditional love, and he's always with you. Really, really with you all the time. The mermaid card, I get, have faith. So have faith in your journey once more, knowing that he is guiding you along on your journey. He wants you to live your journey with happiness. He doesn't want you to live with all of this pain. See the water on this card? That is him asking you to cleanse. He wants you to cleanse and, feel fresh again. And the next card I got for you is the playtime card. So this is always the message about having more fun, more laughter, more time to play and enjoy yourself. At the moment, the messages are so, so powerful from the angels and the spirit world. It's such a blessing. And if anybody has got any upset around them in their life, any emotions, if you release that, you can get that connection with your loved ones. You can get that higher connection with your angels and the spirit world. You all have the ability to do that. Each and every one of us is a divine child of the light, and we have the ability to connect on a deep level. But sometimes when we are emotionally upset, or we've got a lot of heavy pain, or we've got a lot of heavy energy around us, as in we're connecting heavily to fear and worry through challenges around us, it does make that connection really, really hard. But right now is the most powerful time that our loved ones and our angels want to get through to us. They want to deliver messages and they want to help us move forward. We are being guided to live our life of happiness, to live our miracles, to receive on such a high level. It really is beautiful. So do make sure that you release any of that energy. If you feel that you've got grief, emotions, pain, anything, not even about losing somebody, maybe connected to past relationships, challenges, experiences that you've been through in your life, do release them, and you will find that your connection will go so strong. It will go so, so strong to the spirit world. It really will. I think we may have lost Chesley there. I think maybe her battery died, but I've finished the reading anyway. So Chesley, if you're listening to this right now, please know that Anthony is with you and he will lead you to that beautiful happiness. So please don't worry. So yeah, right now, connection so strong. That veil is so, so thin. So be asking for what you want, everybody. Be asking the angels for what you need. Invite them into your life. all these signs that you're seeing at the moment, and I know there's so many of you are seeing an increase in signs and synchronicity, number patterns. You're probably finding they are through the roof at the moment. Very strong signs around us all. And that always tells us two things. The angels and the spirit world are very, very close to us. And we are very, very close to manifesting our dream life. So those signs are there for a reason. So I'm sure you're experiencing a huge increase in them. So let those signs reassure you. Move away from anything that doesn't serve you. Move away from the challenges, the emotions. The retrogrades are going to help you with this. The retrogrades are going to help you easily navigate this change and step away and release anything that is causing resistance for moving forward. So now, everybody, I am going to do the cards. So at the beginning of the show, I asked you to focus on the number that you felt drawn to, number 1, number 2, or number 3. So we're going to do our card messages for you now. So for everybody who chose number 1 as your card, your message is expecting miracles. Miracles are blossoming in my life. So you can expect huge, huge change. This is a wonderful time of receiving for you. So even right now at this moment, if you feel a little bit overwhelmed or a little bit challenged, let that go, because you are going to be receiving on a very powerful level. Those seeds that you planted in the past few months are ready to bloom. You have light shining upon you. And now is the time when you're going to really move forward. Blessings, miracles all around you. They are here for you. It's not a case of they're coming. They are here for you. So open your hands, open your arms wide, and get ready to receive. Make sure you're not connecting to fear energy. Make sure you are connecting to the right energy for manifesting, which is expectation and knowing it's coming, and excitement. Do not connect to fear energy and worry energy, because it will slow the process of receiving down. For everybody who chose the number 2, your message is a powerful one. Awakening the ancient wisdom. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Everybody who chose number 2, this is awakening to your ancient wisdom, connecting on such a deep level, on a huge awakening journey, a huge transformation for you. Very blessed time right now, receiving so much guidance, wisdom, knowledge. Please share this with the world. The world needs you right now. You are exceptionally powerful. You have connected to just amazing energy, amazing growth, and amazing inner wisdom. The ancients are near you and are connecting. So this is beautiful energy. So many golden opportunities around you right now. Really special time, huge awakening, a total life change, and all for the good. So much positivity around you. And for everybody who chose card number 3, your message is listening with your heart. I trust the messages I receive from my heart. This is huge heart activations occurring for you right now. This is changes in anything to do with romance, relationships, anything with the heart area, reconnections. If you're in a relationship that's felt a little bit off, you can expect to see lovely reconnections and your soul moving higher vibrations as one. If you're waiting for a relationship, you can expect to see wonderful change in this. And this is also a very powerful time for you to release anything to do with the heart. So any past relationship, anything that may be causing pain in your heart, this is a perfect time for you now. So lots of heart chakra work for you, because The activations in your heart chakra are so, so powerful. And this is reconnecting you to a whole new way of being. So how beautiful were those messages for this week for you all? So have an amazing week, everybody. Look after yourself. Stay safe. Lots of meditation, lots of self-care, lots of self-love, and, you know, lots of happiness. Connect back to your happy. I'm wishing you all the most amazing week. If you want to connect with me, come find me on Facebook at Carrie M. Bush, Instagram also, and Twitter. Come and connect with me there. Lots of positivity on my page. I'm wishing you a magical week, everybody, and I'm sending you all so much love and light.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Insights into Consciousness with Anna Olson. Live from AnnaOlsonIntuitive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Insights into Consciousness
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, welcome to A1R. I'm Anna Olson, your host tonight. Insights into Consciousness, my show every Thursday night at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time here in California. I'm in San Luis Obispo, and then we also have that at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. So everybody can listen all across the United States and the world, and I'm really, really excited to tell everybody tonight about Feng Shui. And I know that everybody now has basically heard about Feng Shui for the most part, but I really want to go into Feng Shui and how it's also an intuitive practice, and how us practitioners, I do Feng Shui, how we go about doing Feng Shui where it's uniquely catered to the person who needs it done or needs a little bit of help with it, because it is a practice that it actually originated in China. It's been around for over 6,000 years. Why would something be around for 6,000 years if it didn't work? Especially from China. Now we know a lot of Chinese healing. It works very well. It's kind of developed around those same concepts of qi and energy and how things work on an energetic level. And these are a lot of things that we know exist, but we can't really show it as well with pictures or with evidence. But if you think of it like radio frequencies, we know that we have cell phone and radio waves that go through the air. Just because we don't see them does not mean that they don't exist. So this energy that we work with, this qi energy, this qigong, or the qi that they traditionally call energy, spirit, intention, consciousness, there's so many different words and terms for this energy. And really in the English language, I'm at a loss a little bit here, because in our language, we don't have a specific word for what they call qi. So that makes it a little bit harder for me to translate exactly what it is. As an intuitive, usually we say this is what it feels like. So I can tell you what it feels like, but I don't know an exact word to label qi as for English. The best way I can describe it is that it is an active energy that we can feel, that we can put out, that originates a lot of the time in thought. It's a way we create with our thoughts and with our intention. And this is why I think so many American families, Australian families need to hear about this. Families in the UK, all over the world, anywhere that you are, not just limited to those countries, but just, this is an Asian practice that we can really benefit from. And what I love about communication in this day and age is that we can exchange so much information at such an accelerated speed. And it makes for a better world, because we're not just tied to our own beliefs and our own ways of growing up and doing things. It's extended to the way that the rest of the world does things, and that really gives us more things in our basket to work with, more tools in our basket to work with, more ways to accept the highest and greater good and universal consciousness. So Feng Shui is spelled FENGSHUI. It originates in China, again, over 6,000 years ago is when it started. It means wind and water. So the goal in Feng Shui is to bring about happiness, abundance, and harmony and peace into our lives. And it works. So I'll go into a whole lot of examples here and there as I go through the practice and the art of Feng Shui. And I'm also going to add that we don't have to follow it because there's so many rules and regulations to feng shui. We don't have to follow it in a way that is just right, with following this list of rules that we have to use. Now, we have to start with that because that does have a lot of play in what we're doing here with feng shui, but it is also an intuitive practice. When we use our intuition to study and to incorporate the feng shui into our lives, we really are, I would say it's kind of a shortcut rather than kind of going into the study of feng shui in detail, because people can study feng shui for years and years and years. I have been studying feng shui and practicing feng shui for years and years and years, and there is always more to learn, and there's always more to find out and to incorporate into what we're doing. So wind and water. Feng shui means wind and water. The reason why it has been given that name, there's a long list of reasons why it's been given that name, but basically, in summary, it works with energy. Energy acts as wind or water around us and in our space. We know if we have closed windows for months and somebody smokes in the house and there's a lot of, really stale air in a house, we can even have people come in and basically test the air and know that, wow, you're inhaling a lot of contaminants. It's very toxic. You need to open up some windows and air this out. It's the same concept except with energy. We're cleaning out old stagnant energy. We're bringing in new positive energy that actually make changes not in the way we feel and our well-being, but it also makes changes in our lives to attain goals that we have. And we can put these different goals according to feng shui and how we practice this in our surroundings. So not only to remind us, but to also push the energy to that direction of our goals. So I wanted to give some basic rules on feng shui just to kind of give everybody a little kickstart into starting and incorporating feng shui into their daily lives. It works every time. I guarantee it. And the more that you use it, the better you get at it, the better you get in that intuition. It's like exercising a muscle and making it stronger. I've seen it work over and over and over again. Some of the uses for feng shui that you wouldn't even think of would be that it creates peace among residents in your household, in your home. It focuses on aspects collectively of occupants' lives in the home, and it gives attention actively to those issues or goals. It works, and it works every time. So just as an example, when my kids were younger and we were living in a little cottage, it was probably like an 85-year-old cottage that I just absolutely loved and adored. And we had a game room that I left all of their toys in and stuff just to play with, even like video games and all that. It was the place where they would go as a reward, or just somewhere where that they could, kind of get messy and just be kids. So I decided that I was going to try out feng shui on this room. And that's the first time I really tried this out to see if it worked. And I moved everything around. I studied the guides. I used my intuition. I positioned the bed just right. I, put the TV in the right place. And before, when I had this room for the kids to play in, they never went in there. They didn't want to go in there. Their friends didn't want to go in there. I never wanted to go in there. It wasn't particularly messy. It was a typical kids' room, but nobody went in there. When we feng shuied it, everybody wanted to be in this room. Everybody was attracted to this room. The kids played in the room more often. They were more peaceful. They got along better. And when I looked at the bagua, I'll go over that in a minute, I noticed that it stimulated a part of my life in the financial realm, and my finances got better. So that's what feng shui does. That's the purpose behind it. And if you're like me, you may start to think, yeah, right. Okay, so I put some furniture in the right place and suddenly my wealth increases. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is exactly what I'm saying. And people have been doing it because it works for over 6,000 years all over the world. And all of the wealthy people, and I know that, they have people come in and feng shui buildings before they're built. People come in and feng shui after they're built. People who have a sustainable wealth do incorporate feng shui because it works. It's a little known secret. They don't want to sound crazy, neither do I, but it works. So this is science-based. For work, it can also help you reach your goals. You can start it in the garden, and then you can flow it into the home. And size, like let's say you have a tiny apartment in New York. If you're living, in a very small space, that's not the most important aspect of it. Since we're all starting somewhere, what matters is what is done with the space that you have now. So that's really important to remember, that you can't make any excuses and say, well, I only have a little tiny room that I'm living in right now. No, it'll still work for everyone every time in any space. So the first thing, though, is that you want to work with good intention and decluttering. So that's the first part. This is like the 101. This is Feng Shui 101 for the people who have never done this and they're just totally new to this. And I really hope that I can go over a few things for people who are basically doing Feng Shui 101, newspapers, magazines, whatever it is. Is there anything, boxes stacked somewhere that you were meaning to go through, and you know that there's some things that you need to throw away in the room, let's say your house, through the windows and the door? Would it be able to flow around everything clearly and cleanly, or would it kind of like, oh, I can't open the door all the way and it's hitting something? We want to prevent anything from not being repaired. We want it to all be in good condition. We want, furniture and doors to be in good working condition. Anything that needs to be repaired should. And in addition, you want to ask yourself, is the room boring? Is it lacking in interest, or is it lacking in intention? Is it lacking in color? There has to be a lot of creativity and intention in a room, so you don't want it to be too boring either. And then we also you have to remember that we need to subconsciously memorize everything in a room. When we walk into a room and you look around, your subconscious mind is so intelligent and all-encompassing that it's memorizing every item, every single little thing in that room. That is exhausting if, let's say you have a ton of stuff stacked in the corner, like I said, and that is a big stagnant energy block for Feng Shui. You don't want any stuck energy in a corner or on any object, or even under the bed. Even under the bed, that's an issue. Even closets, you need things to be pretty clear and free-flowing. Don't let this overwhelm you, though, when you start out, because there's always the start small scale, and then you can work your way up. And that is what this is about. Our environment is a reflection of our mind. Our mind is also feeding off of what is around us in our environment. It is an exchange. If we start even small scale in our environment and then work our way up from there, there's always the baby steps, and nothing is too small to start with. You're still doing good work if you start out small. So I want to reiterate that again, that you can do it with a small space. You can do it at little baby steps. How do you eat an entire watermelon? One bite at a time. Okay. So we need to subconsciously memorize automatically every object in a room or space. Remember that. So remember that our thoughts and our minds are very powerful, and intention is key in our lives for goal setting, action, and results. So you look at the aspect of clutter. This is always the first step. Clutter is indicative of a stagnant energy around that subject topic in our lives for that area of the room. And this is where I go into the grid. We have a bagua and a grid that we would put over our house. So if you were to look like an aerial view over the building, the office space, the house, wherever you're feng shuiing, you're looking down on it from above, like let's say Google Earth. Okay, you're looking down on it. You're going to first of all locate the front entrance. Now, sometimes that's the front door of the building, retail space or house or whatever, or even the front gate to a garden. We're looking at where the entrance is, where you enter the area most often. Some people park in their garage and they go in through their garage door. That will be your entry space to start your Feng Shui bagua. And that front door will go directly in the front of the bagua. And I have a grid here that I love because it has these really great little pictures, and they make it very, very simple. This is a great grid from a website that I was on. I just really like that they make it so simple, and I'll mention the name of it later, but this is our basic grid for Feng Shui. If you could close up on that, that'd be great. This is the basic grid for Feng Shui and how we incorporate the Feng Shui bagua and grid into a space. So this could be put over the blueprint of your house, aerial view style. And this here in the front would be the front door, the front entrance that would go here. And you want to make basically the entire thing a rectangle shape over the top of the room, the house, the garden, whatever it is. And for each box and subject here, that will be a part of the room or building or whatever, that's going to be that area. So like, let's say this is my kids' room, which is how it is in my house when I put this over the blueprint of our house. So this is wealth. This is the wealth area. It says the colors are blue, purple, and red, and that it's a wood element. So let me go into what that means. That means that since my kids' room is in the wealth area of our house on the grid, if you put this over aerial style of blueprint of our house, that we could incorporate to improve and increase wealth. We would put in blue, purple, and red and the wood element in that area of the room. We want to work on wealth first. You want to start getting that wealth going. You want to go in and declutter and plan out the feng shui in that room right away. That's where you want to tackle it first. The reason why I go into wealth first, this is Ken Lauer's grid, by the way, for the feng shui. KenLauer.com is a really great resource because they make it very simple for your basic 101 feng shui. So let's say that I go into our kids' room. The first thing that I want to do is reiterate that this is large scale for the house. You can also do this exact same grid on above a room, and you can even do it above scale aerial view for a desk, a tabletop. It can go from very large over the entire property for the grid, and you can keep going more and more detailed all the way into a shelf in your bathroom. Okay, this doesn't just stop at the bedroom or the office. It's for every room, every space, every time. So what you do is you go in, you look at where the wealth area is of the house. You can even go into that room and then make sure you focus on the wealth area of the room. And that can really put some punch and some power into what you're doing and your intention setting in this area. I always go to, the wealth and the income first, because the wealth is, usually basically focusing on the wealth area of the house, like the room from the entrance, and like even a dresser or tabletop in the room to start. It's about starting with your highest priority. Usually wealth is the segue or the landing point before we're going to meet a lot of our other goals. So usually people need money to do just about anything, okay? That's the reality of it. So with wealth, the colors are, since the colors are blue, purple, and red, in our boys' bedroom, what I did is I incorporated those colors into the room. We're going to start just stimulating that chi to bring it in, to start stimulating that wealth. And then we put some red accents in there, and that'll help stimulate it even more. Red is a fire color. Now you have to remember all these colors have an element. Okay, red is a fire color, pretty obviously. Yellow, orange, those are all fire colors. That's what you put under something to like really set it on fire. That's what really makes it move. But the blue is also very important to put it into the same space. The aspect of the blue is more of like a water or a soothing element, which sort of counteracts the red so it's not overbearing. So first we put those colors in the room. You can paint the wall. You can put bedding in there that looks like that, pillows, anything you want to really bring those colors in. It should be done in a very calm, meaningful manner, using your intuition as well. And with our boys' bedroom, when I brought in the wood element, I brought in a bunk bed type set that we don't put any mattress under it because that's actually bad feng shui. There's just a mattress on top, but there's this big, massive wooden bunk bed that's kind of elevated, and it's, there's a lot of the wood element in there. There's the blue, there's the accents of red. Purple is another one of the colors, but that is just blue and red mixed. So, but purple is another option if you do, like I say, a girl's room. And, pink is also a nice watered down version of red. So remember that you can play with colors. And then there was the other thing that we really like to do, I really love to do it in Feng Shuiing, is that you can personalize it and add something to the room with the beneficial elements and colors to set more intention and goals, and to make it really start working to make it work fast. For instance, our son was given an elephant name card with it's a little name card in the NICU. When he was a baby in the NICU, they put his name and his weight and everything on it to like decorate his little NICU crib, which is really, really adorable. And then his grandmother also got him a little stuffed elephant, and there were just elephants popping up everywhere. And we just really felt like that symbolized our son. He was in the NICU, and he was, really having a hard time for a little bit there when he was first born. So, we kept seeing the elephant everywhere. And it was special to us because we really felt like elephants symbolized our son and his healing. So we can set, like, let's say an elephant figurine on a wall shelf and add 2 bigger elephants on either side of it to symbolize a strong support as parents for our child. And then we could add something such as a solid stone, strong and intact, to symbolize stability and a strong bond that can't be broken. So it would be representing strength in this case. So that's a way you can personalize the Feng Shui intuitively. That's just an example that I can use right off the top of my head to like give you an example of what you can do in any space to really start getting that Qi flowing, and for the intention to be very clear as to what you want, so that even first it's attracting that Qi. And in addition, every time you look at it, you're being reminded of what the goal is. And that's your subconscious. Remember, we memorize everything in a room with our subconscious mind. So that is a constant reminder, whether you're staring at it and thinking about it or not, whether you're fully aware of it consciously or not, it's working all the time, every day. These are things we can do to put in our environment. So with the money area, that's the money area 101. The basic Feng Shui. Also, you can start adding simple things such as a multifaceted round crystal to hang in the window in this area, which catches sunlight, or adding coins on red ribbons in the money area of the room. Now, this would strengthen the support you need for fortune. And those are just really little things you can do, like little things that pack a punch for your intention in the same area. So, and it continues to strengthen you in this area, and it attracts energies to manifest your wealth. So this Feng Shui practice is really to start pulling in those energies and really fully realizing your goals. It's also about setting clear intentions. Now, we know when somebody just sets a clear intention, at least they have an idea of what they want. It's much easier to get something when you know exactly what you want than just kind of floating around and going, oh, well, it looks like we don't have enough money for this, or, that's kind of a careless way I feel to be. And I think a lot of us are trained up to be that way, and to plan less and to just sort of go with the flow more, which can be wonderful in a lot of ways, but this is more of an intentional practice. And I've seen it work when you really need to bring in the big guns, the big positive guns, it's like the good energy. So I've noticed that the closer I get to completing the Feng Shui work in my own home, and especially when it's completed, it brings our family closer to a place where we can make a decision to move to a better, bigger home, or we can make a move financially. It just usually, it just causes things to move and grow quickly. And by the time we're done Feng Shuiing the whole house, usually it's time to move to a bigger, better house, or we have more decisions to make. It really opens things up. So I have oftentimes wondered if it's the actual energy or the intention we set consciously, or both combined, that does the trick with Feng Shui. So I think it's both, but it works, and it works every time. I challenge you, not just challenge you, but I invite you to try this. Even a little remedy, you can look at things up online. You want to really make sure you have a nice reputable source for this. But Feng Shui is very detailed, and a lot of work can be done to Feng Shui a home or a building. So it's important to use a calm, quiet intention when using this practice, because a rushed, negative, stressed Feng Shui practice is a Feng Shui practice that's backfiring, or that will take much longer to work. So the intention is really the most of this. A lot of light, plants, colors, intentional placing of objects, decluttering, really putting intention into what you're doing and why, researching it a little bit, just trying little things here and there, you'll start to realize that this works. Feng Shui works, and it works every time. Feng Shui is just a label that they use in China for this practice that has been used in all different countries all over the world for centuries. So I wanted to share this with you. If you want to do a Feng Shui consult with me, I do Feng Shui consults. If you want to leave it up to me, I can help you with it intuitively, and I can do that work, a lot of that work for you. When I've done these clearings and these intention settings in people's businesses and homes, it's cleared out bad energy and it's brought in a lot of good. And the only thing that we need to be careful of is bringing in too much business at once so that they're too crazy busy.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Guidance with Glennis. Glennis Ewing. Live from the tranquilroom.com.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Guidance with Glennis
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Oh, hi there, everyone. Guidance with Glennis here again for another week. So last week was interesting. I had a few responses in regard to everything that I was talking about vibrational energy and also the angel therapy. So that's been working with the archangels. So I've been really encouraged with all that. But today, before we get into taking readings, there's something really exciting that I want to announce. And next week I am having a guest speaker who happens to be my spiritual mentor. I always believe that we need to have someone that we can be inspired by, someone that we can call up and go, hey, I'm not sure what's going on here, and they can explain it to you in a way that you can understand. So I've asked Beth to come on and be a guest with me next week, and she's going to do that. Now, so I'm really, really excited about that. She's on the beautiful Gold Coast, so there's a couple of thousand miles between us. So it means plane flights and so forth to actually be face-to-face, and that's okay. It's what we do. So Beth is a phenomenal psychic medium. She is a master channel. I've seen her in action, and it just blows me away on what she does. Energy healer. She's a way seer, an empath, a medical intuitive, and also a hypnotherapist. But I think one of her greatest attributes is she is a earth healer, and she's doing some major healing on this earth at the moment. And because she develops and jumps right in and work on such a phenomenal level that she's got to be very careful on her energy draining. So we send her lots of support all the time and her own special healings. But next week I'm really, really excited to have her on board. So it will be a show not to be missed. She encourages me so much, and I'm just very blessed to have found someone of her calibre, and it doesn't matter where they are in the world. It's so important to have people that will inspire you but will also support you and encourage you to step up. There have been times when I've been sitting with a bit of self-doubt, and she just knocks that right out of me and makes me step up. So I'm really, really excited about that. So hang on to your pants for next week. Anyway, let's get on with today. So we've got Alison in Aurora. I'm hoping I'm saying that right, in Colorado. So go ahead, Alison.
Hi, Glennis. How are you doing?
I'm good, darling. How's things with you?
Well, I think I'm good.
Yep.
And
okay.
I actually didn't have any questions. I just wanted to see what, if there's, just what the universe wants to tell me through you.
Okay. Just take a deep breath in for me, Alison. Wow. Alison, I'm actually feeling right now that there is, I've got sadness around you just at this very moment, but I want you to actually acknowledge that. I'm feeling that there's a little bit of blame game happening, and there's a bit of sadness around you. Just acknowledge that and cut. I'm being told that you have to cut ties. I feel that this may be in regard to someone that was in your life about 2 years ago, because what I'm seeing is a path that is really positive for you. Oh man, there's I'm being told that the colour purple is a significant colour to you. Is that your favourite colour?
It is one of my favorite colors, yes.
Yeah. Wow, I've got a lot coming in at the moment. Does the movie The Colour Purple mean something? Is that quite significant to you?
I did like that movie, more like Purple Rain. Prince is my man.
Yeah, I'm just feeling that you need to be working with the colour purple, and it could be as simple as wearing it. Ironically, that's exactly what I'm wearing today. I'm being told that you need to wear it. It's when you really, it's ironic. Colour therapy is a major thing for you. So what I'm seeing is that the colour purple is like giving you a warm hug, but I'm being shown that you've got to cut ties, and I'm also being shown the past and 2 years. So I feel there is someone from your past, like 2 years ago, that you really need to cut ties with, okay? The colour purple is also a healing colour. So it may be that you need to fully address the past and stop with the blame game. Just allow it to be released and move forward, okay?
Okay.
Oh. Alison, are you going through a health issue just at the moment?
Oh, well, I wasn't feeling good today, and I'm kind of worried now, you know.
Oh, don't be worried.
I was wondering if it was my heart.
End. I'm being shown the end of a pretty tough time. I'm seeing the end of that. I feel June the 12th is going to be a massive moving forward day for you. It's like the door finally opens. So I just feel like if you've had a cold or something, or you've been recuperating, by June the 12th, I'm seeing that you are really going to be getting your mojo back and feeling very energetic and moving forward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Alison, are you working at the moment, or are you in the throes of changing careers?
Well, my husband and I own a business, and you know, so I work from home, basically doing the billing and stuff. So.
Okay, because what I'm seeing with that is there is going to be a change, and I actually feel that it's possibly going to be time. I feel you've got a big decision to make. You're either got to employ someone to take up some of the slack and take the pressure off you as such, or you and hubby need to really think about your 2-year plan as well as your 5-year plan. I'm just feeling that within 5 years that you may be totally out of that business.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. But I've got positivity around all that. And what I'm sensing is that, it's like you've got to hang in there for another couple of years, but then I feel that the business is going to escalate again, and within 5 years, I've got someone coming in, and they're actually going to make you an offer that you really can't refuse.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It will obviously be your choice, but I'm just sensing that there's someone that's going to be looking at your business, and I don't even feel that you're going to have the business on the market. I feel someone's just going to knock on your door. So just keep doing what you're doing. But I just feel that you may need someone else to. I'm seeing a lot of paperwork being shuffled. And I just feel that sometimes some of the paperwork gets very overwhelming, and it's because you've got too many hats on at the moment, Alison. So in regard to the business, I feel that you'll need someone else to come in and help with that. Okay?
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. I'm also being told that you and your partner or your husband need to think about where you want to travel to, because I feel that there is a destination that you guys really want to get to. And I feel it's in regard to the sale of the business is going to actually allow you guys to do it. And there's a phenomenal holiday coming. It will be worth the while.
Awesome.
It's almost like you've got to have your bucket list. Do your bucket list. Okay. I'm sensing that, there's a lot of, I feel like dancing, a lot of fun and laughter and sunshine and like the kicking up at the heels. So there's great things coming, but the biggest thing out of everything today, the biggest thing I'm being told is ask for the help. Don't try and be Wonder Woman. If you feel you need help, make sure you ask for it. And I don't feel that you're very good at asking for help.
Wow. I'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah. Alison, I'm also being told that you need to work with your own intuition. I feel that you've got an incredible ability, but I'm not sure if you're actually tapping into that properly.
I'm not sure exactly how. I feel like I do have great intuition, but I'm not sure how to, what I need to do.
Yeah, I'm just being shown that your third eye is screaming to be opened up, and I really want to encourage you to do that because you've got an incredible gift, and you really need to jump in. And the first thing I'm being told is you need to do a lot of meditating. And that's as simple as getting on YouTube and typing in the search bar a guided meditation for your third eye awakening or opening. And the more you work on your meditation and the more your third eye is going to open up because you're working on your subconscious level, and the meditation will help you close off your conscious mind, and we work with the subconscious mind. I'm just being told that you have such a phenomenal ability, but we need to encourage you to step into that. A great way is getting a deck of cards, like your tarot cards or your oracle cards, and pull a card every morning. Have a deck of cards by your bed. Pull the card, look at the picture, and just ask what your message is for the day. And then at night, when you go to bed, just look at the card again and just see what the picture tells you with the knowledge that you know of what you've received during the day. Because I feel, within 10 days, you're not even going to need to look at the book. You're going to look at the picture and just go, I know exactly what's happening today. I know what my message is for today. I feel that you've been putting a hell of a lot of stuff down to gut instinct, but it's your intuition, doll. And I want to encourage you to open that up because I actually feel that you could be doing a lot of readings for, start off with just family and close friends, but eventually that you'll be able to do exactly what I'm doing right now. There's no reason you can't do that.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, just takes practice, but there's great things coming for you, okay?
Thank you so much.
Yeah, any last minute question, Alison?
Yes, actually my mom has passed over on the other side, and I'm thinking about her a lot, and I'm just wondering if she has any messages for me.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wondered if she has any messages for me.
What I'm seeing there is she's coming to you within your dreams. She's actually with you a lot in your dreams. I would encourage that you have pen and paper by your bed so that when you wake up, write down the dream, because I actually feel she's giving you messages within your dreams. So if you write down your dreams, and I don't mean like writing down, it was a sunny day and there was a green bus. You might just write down sunshine, green bus, what you felt emotionally, whether you were feeling tired around it, whether you were feeling happy, whether you were feeling sad. Because when you write down your dreams and you go back, in 2 weeks' time, you look back at what you've actually dreamt. There is massive messages in that, and I feel that your mother is definitely coming to you within your dreams with messages for you. She's actually sending through a massive hug just at the moment. Okay?
She said what?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the last thing you said.
Yeah, I just feel that she's giving you a massive hug. She's around you a lot, but she's giving you messages through your dream. I feel that your dreams are going to escalate. I feel now that I've actually made you acknowledgeable to that your dreams are going to escalate. So just make sure when you wake up, you write down just the pinpoints of it all, because there is definitely messages coming to you from your mother through your dreams, okay?
For sure. I know that she woke me up about a year ago and to actually take some legal action. About her will, and I woke up very angry.
She's a very, very wise woman, very knowledgeable. So just really tap into that. And the more you open up intuitively, the more you're going to be speaking with her. Okay.
Wow. Awesome.
All righty. So, Alison, from my heart to your heart, be kind to you, and I will be seeing you soon. All right. Thanks, Alison. So we've now got Cheryl in Leduc in Alberta. So, Cheryl, welcome, and how can I help you today?
I just would like a general reading of what's coming up for me in the next little while.
Sorry, I've missed all of that.
Pardon me?
Go. Say that again, please.
I just
General
wondered what
reading.
is coming
Okay.
up for me.
All righty, Cheryl. All right, Cheryl, take a big deep breath in for me. Forceful breath out. Just let go of everything from today. Cheryl, I'm seeing I'm feeling there's cause for celebration in 4 months. Okay, I'm seeing that there's that's huge. There's an absolute cause of celebration in 4 months' time. Cheryl, have you got 3 boys? I've got 3 men around you. Is there 3? Do you have 3 sons?
No, I don't have any children.
Okay. Sorry?
I don't have any children.
Okay, because that's interesting because I'm actually getting there's 4 men around you. 3 are like sons and then another man. Okay, this is huge. Just bear with me for a sec. I'm just being told that, and I've got marching. Okay, I'm feeling that there is a massive cause of celebration in 4 months, but I'm also seeing there's 3 or 4 significant men around this celebration, but I'm getting marching. So I'm not sure if, oh, wow, Cheryl, I'm receiving just at the moment that your chest is quite tight. And I'm actually feeling that you need to be able to express something, but there is, in regard to a male, is there a male around you at the moment that's causing confusion?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I actually feel that you need to find your voice, Dale, because my chest is, the joys of being an empath is I'm feeling you right now, and my chest is really, really tight, and I feel like I need to clear my throat, which is telling me that you need to find your voice and you need to step up and be the strength that you're looking for. I actually feel that you're being closed down. Your voice isn't being heard, and I want to encourage you to find your voice, Dale. But
I understand that.
Okay, September. In September is where this celebration's going to be, and I'm not sure if you've got a family member or you know of someone that I've got them marching. It's almost like a marching out parade. It's like they're finally. It's like the hats are in the air. There's a massive celebration. So I feel like it could be a male figure is going to be completion. I've got the word completion. So, if they're in the army, they're going to be marching out. If they're at university, they're finally going to finish and graduate and have their bachelor of whatever. And I'm feeling around September that's going to be massive for you. Okay. Cheryl, I'm also feeling you're very unsettled at the moment. I dare say that you're in isolation just like the rest of the world. I'm encouraging you to reach out. I'm feeling that you need to have more contact with people. I feel that the isolation is not working for your highest, best and good. I feel that you're a real social person and you need to be contacting other people, and it could be as simple as a phone call. It could be as simple as writing a letter to someone. You know, there's nothing better than receiving a letter in the mailbox instead of a bill. Right. So for me, I'm actually feeling that I've got the word reconnection coming in. So if there's someone that you've been thinking about for a while, now, and I mean right now, tonight, today, tomorrow, right now is the time for you to reconnect, re-establish that connection, because I actually feel that it's almost like you get on the phone and 3 hours later you're going to get off the phone, okay? I'm just feeling that, and what I'm being told is this person, you were very, very close, and then it was a distance thing. It's like one of you moved away, and there was a distance, and, you know, just after a while, you know, you forget to make that constant phone call, and I just feel that there needs to be a reconnection, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I actually feel there may be two people. Was there a group of 3 girls at school that you and 2 other girls used to cruise around together all the time?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just seeing a reconnection there. Oh, man, I want to be a part of that. That looks like a lot of fun, a lot of fun. I feel that there'll be a lot of laughter and a lot of tears. I'm getting told a lot of healing. So I feel that through sharing your journey of this life is going to actually be exactly what you need. You know, I've got massive hugs, lots of laughter. I'm tempted to say too many bottles of wine on the table, but I just feel that you guys are all going to get together and it's just celebrate, and reconnect. Cheryl, oh man, are you looking at creating a community group?
I haven't been, no.
Okay. Don't be surprised that within 6 weeks that there may be an opportunity arise that you may be asked to be a part of a community group. And I actually feel that you're going to jump in face first and really take not control of the group, but you will be, you know, you may be on the committee or something like that. But I just see you've got some great ideas on really developing or helping to develop this group and make it sensational. I'm also being shown that there will be newspaper articles about it. I feel that, you know, you're going to be involved with a phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal, group that is really required. Yeah, it's just connecting people is what I'm getting, and making women, it's a women's group, making them feel very safe as well. All right. So, yeah, I'm just feeling within 6 weeks you may be approached to get on board, and I want you to just go for it, okay? Because it's actually going to help you heal. I feel that there's some internal healing that needs to be done. And, you know, like you're going to be connecting and you're encouraging and you're supporting. It's just... And it's exactly what is needed. I feel that once we all start coming out of the isolation, it's going to be exactly what you need. All right?
Okay.
Yeah. Cheryl, I feel that there's a question that you really need to ask, and I feel that we're skirting around it. Is there a more in-depth question that you want answered?
Is my move going to be good for me? And will my finances finally turn around?
Sorry, I'm missing that.
Well, I'm moving from one residence
absolutely.
to another.
Yes. In regard to the move, absolutely, I've got positivity around that. In regard to your finances, I feel that you still need to keep the reins quite tight. Okay. I'm just feeling that the financial situation that you are in right now will turn around, but I still feel it's possibly 6 to 8 months away. I'm sorry, it's not 6 to 8 days, but I just feel that there's going to be. I've got sunshine on your shoulders, which is showing me that there is a lightness coming, Okay. I just feel that, you've got another, 6 to 8 months of just keeping the reins quite tight. Just really, just be quite diligent on where your money goes just for a little while. The move is going to be massively successful. I see that just smooth running. The move is going to be the most positive thing, and I actually feel within 12 months' time you're going to be going, I wish I'd done this years ago. Okay? So I'm getting a lot of positivity, and then I actually see like your purse is full. I'm going to encourage you, Cheryl, to go and buy a red wallet or a red purse, okay? Because the red brings in positivity and it brings in protection. So the money that comes in is always going to be positive, but it's going to be protected while it's in that wallet. So it means that you're not going to be spending as much. It'll keep the money in that wallet. Red's a phenomenal colour when it comes to your finances and keeping your finances with you. Are you following that?
Okay, so buy a wallet in which color?
Red wallet, and I'm not sure what the Canadian money is, I apologise, but whatever your highest denomination is, I would be putting that in. So your dollar, put your dollar in, like your highest dollar amount. That's a note, put that in your red wallet and put it somewhere where you can't see it, because it's actually going to keep that money coming in on a higher denomination, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, there's some really good things coming, Cheryl, but, just winding this up, you've got 4 months, you're going to have a massive celebration. The move is going to be absolutely positive for you. I feel that you're going to be getting involved with a community group, okay, and go and buy that red wallet. I just feel that is really going to show you the positivity around keeping your money close to you, but eventually I see that wallet getting quite fat. All right?
Great.
Okay. Thanks, Cheryl.
Fabulous.
Thank you for the pleasure of reading for you. So from my heart to your heart, be kind to you, and I hope you have a fabulous night. All righty, folks. So that's my show for this week, Guidance with Glenys. And as I said, I'm looking forward and so excited on bringing Beth Elaine Haynes onto the show next week. She's just phenomenal, and you are going to learn so much. And believe me, you're going to be blown away by just, she is an earth being, but she's a light worker. She's incredible. So, my darlings, from my heart to your heart, be kind to you, take care of you, and it's okay to put you first. All right. So, my darlings, Guidance with Glenys is over for another week, and I will be seeing you all next week, and have a fabulous week. Love you all. Mwah.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Your Time to Shine
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. I hope tonight finds you well, everyone, and that you are enjoying this end part of the week and getting ready for a long weekend here next week. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for it. Even if I'm not going anywhere, even if I'm staying home, I am really ready for a long weekend. So, interestingly enough, today I was pondering about what I was going to talk about on the show today. And it came in very, very strongly to talk to you tonight about purpose. And purpose is why we are here. Purpose is why we are living the life that we are, and why we are living a human existence as a soul. And so I wanted just to touch base a little bit on this because it was just really resonating with me this morning. And so hopefully it will resonate with you a little bit too. So we all come into this world with purpose, with some kind of purpose. And through our life and through what we are doing and through our experiences, we learn about our purpose. We learn about things through teaching others, through life's ups and downs. We're confronted with two different directions. Which way should we go? Should we go to the left or should we go to the right? And depending on which way we go is going to be how we experience life and how we experience that situation. What you do in life, so purpose isn't necessarily about having that one job, say, that perfect job. Now, it might be your purpose to have that particular job, particular experience, but more than likely, it's about the attitude, about the vibration, and about things that are being brought forward to you in that experience, in that job. So, it's really important for us during our time that we stop and kind of take pause a little bit to see how we are doing on our purpose. And we know deep down on a subconscious level if we are on task and path with our purpose. You just know things flow. You are in an upbeat type of feeling and vibration and happy, and you just know that you are in flow. You are on path to purpose. Now, maybe you don't know what that purpose is, but you know that you're on path. When you're happy and things are flowing, you are on path. You are heading towards your purpose and you're in alignment, right? When things aren't going quite so well, maybe you're angry, you're depressed, you have a high anxiety, that just means that you're out of alignment and out of alignment with your purpose. So you need to take pause and think about what it is that would put you back into that alignment. Now, I'm not saying you have to be happy and excited every single day, because as humans, that's not the way it's going to be. It just is not. I mean, we are here to have the human experience, the good and the bad and the ugly, right? So not always are you going to feel like you're on path, and we tend to stray, right? But as long as we get back onto that path, that's the most important thing. So I'm looking at my notes because there's certain things here I want to make sure that I cover for you tonight. Asking your angels and your guides for help, right? To stay on path and to be moving forward, because we can't do this alone. And so it's really important, even if you go to bed at night and give thanks and just say, I call upon my angels and my guides to help me and to show me what my path is. And thank you for showing me today. And then you can get up and you can do it again in the morning. Say, I am an open channel. Show me how to stay on my path. Show me what my path, what my purpose is, and lead me in that direction, right? Very, very important to bring in your guides and your angels. And then along the way, you're going to be brought into contact with people who are alike in you on your purpose. You're going to find those people who are the happy-go-lucky, the things that just seem to flow, right? Those are the people that are on path, that are on their way to their purpose in life. So I thought it was really interesting. There was an article I was reading, and it said that you know that you're on path, right? When you have expressions like, man, I was born to do this. I know how to do this. And you get excited about it. You get excited about jumping out of bed in the morning and going and doing what it is that you do throughout your day. It can be things that just energetically, they just light you up like a Christmas tree on the inside. It's just that fantastic, overwhelming, amazing feeling. Those are the feelings that you know that you're on path, that you're on purpose, that you have found your calling, right? So everything is a journey. So if you're not feeling that right now, don't start beating yourself up, because everything is a journey, everything is a path. And we are here to live that human experience to get us to that purpose, to get us to that path. I mean, that's the whole part of why we're here. We are here to learn, we are here to teach, and we are here to experience everything that we can about being human. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. We would be doing something completely different. So remember to get your angels and your guides involved. Ask them for help. I know I've talked about this on other shows, that they can't intervene unless you ask them in, and unless you bring them in to the conversation. Otherwise, they just kind of stand on the sidelines waiting for you to ask for help. And it's okay to ask your guides for help. It is not shown as a weakness. It's not shown as anything, because as we go through this life, as we go through this human experience, we need a little help on the way. So that's what our guides and our angels are here for. They are so excited to help us and to create this life that we have. So use them, call upon them. They are waiting for you to call upon them to help you in this life. So with that, we are going to go to the phone lines. Right now, we have Jamie in Illinois. Good evening, Jamie, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. What can we do for you tonight?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
What can we do for you tonight?
Well, I was just, I don't know, I guess I was just wondering if you have anything for me, really.
Okay, perfect. Let me tune in to your loved ones and guides. There's going to be just a little bit of silence as I tune in, but I will be right back, okay?
Thank you.
So, Jamie, one of the first things that comes to mind is there's a woman that steps forward, and she's beautiful, she's lovely, she's very angelic. She has such a softness about her, and she wants you to know that that you're doing exactly what you need to be doing at this moment in time. You've been questioning yourself about all different kinds of aspects in your life, whether you need to change direction, whether you need to do something different. She's showing me that you are really on path and on task right now. And she's asking you to continue to move forward in that. It feels like there's some hesitation, or there's some, they're showing me almost like starting and stopping and starting and stopping, possibly with a job.
No, been at the same job for 6 years.
Okay. So they're showing me this. She's showing me like there's this start and stop and start and stop. Like there's no traction. You're not getting any traction on what you're moving forward with. And she says there's just some bumps in the road. They're not going to last. And to continue forward. She just keeps saying, continue forward, continue forward.
I can understand that.
Okay. She's showing me, she's showing me like these dark skies, like rain clouds, and then it's like this parting of the rain clouds, and then there's blue sky coming through. So again, she's just reiterating that, that what you're going through, these little bumps in the road, the skies are starting to part. This is going to become more and more clear to you on what you need to do moving forward. Okay.
That would be wonderful.
She's saying that you are your own worst critic, and that you're very hard on yourself. And she says you need to just loosen up a little bit on that. Give yourself a little bit of a break. There's so much going on, just in the world itself, right? There's just so much uncertainty, but you're taking a lot of things on as your own, and they're really not yours. And so she says you need to stop and look and say, what is really my responsibility to take on? And what is that for somebody else to take on? Okay, because you're taking on a lot of responsibility in every aspect of your life, and you're owning that, right? And there's a piece of it that sure you can own, but there's a lot of it that is not yours. And she's asking you to release that and let that go, because she said it's really not yours to carry.
I can understand that.
She's showing me that that you have an affinity to working with angels. Have you ever worked with angels in the past?
All the time.
Okay, because you have a very clear affinity for angels and angel guidance, and she's saying you really need to hone that in. If anything, just start working with it more and more for your own purpose. But she's saying this is something that could actually manifest and grow into something bigger, into something where you are starting to teach about the angels and what you know about the angels, and bringing forth all that information to others. I feel like that you're a really good teacher. Um, you have that patience, you have that gentleness about you, and she's showing me that you could really, really help a lot of people by bringing forth what you know of the angels.
Let's,
Have you thought
agree
about
with that.
working with angels?
I'm sorry?
Have you thought about working with the angels more, just outside of just communicating with them? Have you thought about that?
Oh, I bring them into my healing practice all the time.
Okay. She's saying that that there's more than just bringing it into the healing practice. It's more about expanding on that and really taking what you know and sharing it with the world, right? Whether that be with podcasts, whether that be with individuals who want to know more about the teachings of the angels. She says you are a perfect conduit for this.
People come to me for it all the time.
Okay, perfect.
This can never
Perfect.
be built, it seems to be harder to journey on yourself than it is for others. It's so much easier to do for others.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely.
Do you deal with people who have passed away?
I do.
Because my brother just died last week. I just want to make sure he's okay.
Okay. Let me see if I can tune in. Sometimes when people pass away right away, they are still trying to kind of get used to that connection. So they've lost their body, right, in aspect, and now they're energetic, and they're trying to figure out how to deal with that energetically, because it's a completely different sense and a completely different feel. So sometimes they are not available right after they've passed. So let me see if I can connect with him, or maybe I can connect with another loved one who can tell me a little bit about it. So let me try to hone in on that for just a minute, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, Jamie, I'm not getting a whole lot right now. I just keep hearing he's not available. He's not available. I was asking somebody else to step in on his behalf, and I'm just not getting anything right now. Like I said, a lot of times they are very unavailable right after they have passed. They're going through like an energetic healing and resting period, and so they're not always available right away. Your loved ones are just telling me. I'm sorry?
I said, I understand that.
Yeah. I am hearing that he is okay. And there will be a time that you're going to be able to connect with him, but it's not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, they're showing me that he is going through kind of like that resting period that they sometimes will go through. And so sometimes, that can take a few weeks. It could take a couple of months. It really kind of just depends on the individual and the spirit.
The cooning, all too familiar.
Yeah. I'm not being shown anything else right now. Is there any other question that I might be able to help you with?
No, you've done it. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
You as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next, we have Patty in Wisconsin. Good evening, Patty, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. What can we do for you this evening?
Well, I'd like to know if I will be able to find a soulmate and that because of my condition, because I'm disabled.
Okay. Let me tune in really quick and see what your loved ones have to say. There's going to be a little bit of silence, and then I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
So Patty, I mean, I didn't even hardly have to ask. Your loved ones were right here jumping in, and they're saying absolutely, you are going to be finding someone. They're saying don't give up hope, because this person that's going to come into your life isn't going to see you as a disabled person. They're going to see you for you. They're going to see you. And see your soul. And it's a really beautiful, beautiful connection. I know that they're showing me that you've been waiting for quite some time for this person to come into your life. And they're saying that he is on his way. You guys are going to be crossing paths. And okay, hang on just a second. Hang on just a minute.
Okay. All right.
So actually they're showing me that there's going to be a couple of people, right? They're going to cross your path that is going to make you go, I wonder. What they're telling me is really look deep into this, all right? Because one of them, they're showing me like one is going to be kind of like the person that knocks your socks off, right? The other person's going to come in and you're going to go, okay, well, maybe. But then they're saying really stop and dig deep into your soul and stop and drop into your heart and ask yourself which one is the best way to go. Because when you do that, when you kind of get out of your head or whatever, your conscious mind, you're going to be able to see, they're saying read between the lines. See between the lines. Don't just take the first. They're saying don't take the first one. Don't take the first offering. So I'm feeling like there's going to be two people that kind of come at the same time. That it is almost like you're going to be evaluating them. I know that sounds really harsh, kind of odd, but
Well, no, I understand what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to come in about the same time, and they're just saying to really analyze in your heart, not your head, but in your heart. Because sometimes taking the different approach, the different path, they say, is going to be the better way to go. So I'm thinking they're showing me that maybe that one is going to almost kind of try to entice you with money, or like he makes a little bit more money, and they're saying that that's not always the best thing, right? So they're saying just be very, very diligent and really drop down into your heart before you make any decisions.
Right, and I was like saying money does not buy love.
Yeah, right.
Do you know about when or how, or because like I say, I'm disabled and I don't drive or nothing like that.
I feel like that you two are going to meet at some kind of an event. Possibly in the fall. But definitely sometime, I think within the next 6 to 9 months, 12 months maybe, somewhere in there. But there's going to be some kind of a gathering. I see like people all around gathering and events. So I think it's going to be based around something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'd like
we're
to
coming
ask
down
you.
to the last few seconds of
Can
our
I ask
show.
you a couple questions?
We're coming down to the last few seconds of the show, and I'm going to have to sign off because there's another show right behind me. So I want to thank you so much for calling in tonight.
Okay, thank you for the reading.
Thank you. Have a great night. That does it for me for tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this evening and allowing me into your home. You can catch me over on my Facebook page at Julie Yeager Walker Medium for Your Time to Shine, or reach me on my website at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. I've got a couple of fantastic classes and events coming up, so do go check them out. Registrations are getting ready to close on both of them. So hope to see you all next Thursday. Have a great night.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Avid Advice Live with Pia Johansson. Live from AvidAdviceLive.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Avid Advice Live
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to Talking About Success. I'm your host, Jack Canfield. You may know me as the #1 success coach in America, co-author of the Chicken Soup for the Soul series, and also the Success Principles, how to get from where you are to where you want to be. And this show is a lot about helping you get from where you are now to where you want to be. We're going to help you do that today. I have a fabulous guest today with me, Pia Johansson. She is an amazing being who is going to share, I think, some powerful information that will transform your life with us today. She is an entrepreneur's coach, a coach of entrepreneurs, and also a keynote speaker. And those terms don't even begin to talk about the depth of who you are. So we'll unpack that a little bit. But welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. So tell us a bit about that. You know, you're a coach, you're a speaker. Tell us about yourself, some background perhaps, and a little about your work. Just
Sure.
get started.
After I got Master of Psychology, I asked myself, now what? Okay, you got Master of Psychology, you're in your practice 8 hours a day, and you're just listening to people who came in and just crying, feel anxious, not happy, not feeling okay, and always connected to themselves about their past, not looking forward for the future. Then how you can fear change this? Well, nobody teach us in high school and university what means conscious and subconscious. But I learned, and I felt, okay, you do have a Master of Psychology. You did a lot of businesses at the age of 22. So you know how to be or help all the entrepreneurs out there. And most of those amazing problems, they come from finance. Well, how can you help them to achieve faster? And instead, they're walking into your office and talk about, I can't do it, I'm not happy. They just focus on something that they can do it, and they will, and they are going to. And from there, I named myself Subconscious Mind Surgeon.
Subconscious mind surgeon.
How to hijack someone's subconscious mind, how to make him and her happier and healthier and wealthier about herself or himself, and how to make them to become successful. Just to know the secret between conscious and subconscious.
So let's unpack that for a minute, if you will. What is the secret to know between the conscious?
Well, what's happening in our life, who we are today, is all because of our subconscious. Mm-hmm. So how we attract things to ourselves? Because of our conscious. So if we consciously connecting to positivities, replace negative thought to positive thought. So subconsciously, we are attracting positivities, monies, energies, and people. You was the one that taught me in so many years how we can use our subconscious mind, our brain, to get what we want. Mm-hmm. So you've been my mentor for so many years, Jack.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, and I'm glad to have been your mentor. I think in many ways you've gone beyond me and some of your understandings of this work and your ability to assist people with that, but thank you for the compliment.
Absolutely. I read all your books, and I was amazed by each of them.
Thank you.
And you taught me a lot, and I found the secret in between conscious and subconscious, which after so many years I'm teaching all my students, followers, fans, over 2 million followers, fans worldwide, and I'm talking about you so highly, and I'm telling them, just ask and receive. And they asking me, what do you mean ask? I said, well, Jack said ask and receive, because he always says ask, never just refuse to ask. And then they said, like, what is in between asking and receiving? And what is in between asking and subconscious mind? I said, well, you are asking. That means consciously you put yourself through on fear or no problem in whatsoever you can think in your business or in your private life. And subconsciously, when you are asleep, your brain is starting to recognize, realize, and bring things to attention, to universe. And the frequencies will bring everything back to your life.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It really is all about frequencies and vibration.
Absolutely. We are all based on energies. And
I do. When you're teaching your students, in addition to what you just said, are there other things you do to teach them to raise their vibration, raise their frequencies?
Exactly.
Can you share some of those?
Well, some people ask me, how can I do that? Well, like on the way here, I just put on the music. I'm so excited. So everybody was like, oh, I love this music and I'm excited. I got excited. Like, yes, like you guys, I mean, they can easily do with some memories, something that they make them to feel happy. Let's say that we do have like a bad day or something had happened last week, we are not feeling happy. I was like, you know what? Change it, replace it. It's all thought. To me, there's no such a thing as a bad thought and good thought. It's all thought. Producer of those thoughts. If I'm gonna have a drama in my life, so I produce a drama and became a drama queen. If I want action, I produce action. If I want calmness and happiness, this is all your thought. You can change it in a second and minutes. And that's what they do.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you and I are involved in a book together.
Yes, we do.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yes, we do. I'm so excited.
Good.
Exactly. I'm so happy to co-author together with you. What type of strategies did you love? You feel things that you love. You connect with things that you love. And to me, success is divine with love.
Beautiful.
It's divine love.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, you're a producer of a film called The Game Masters, which I'm really eager to see. Talk about the movie.
Well, it's all about sex trafficking, human sex trafficking, human traffickings, and it's telling what's happening around us, around countries, Middle Eastern and all other places. In that way, I would say I was very blessed to get connect with a lot of powerful people, police, law enforcement, who they would love to help me to bring it to a lot of people's attention, what's going on around us, around the world. And that taught me a lot, and I'm very happy and blessed that I could. And is still continuing, is still get going. We are going to have another movie which coming, and it's going to be almost continuing the same way, but we are going to let other people know about more political stuff, things which is behind and all the stuff. I know that there's a lot of people may not really like that when we poke them in the eyes, but we're just trying to show people what's going on around and what means human trafficking, what means when a woman, beautiful, gorgeous ladies who came without knowing what she's going, where she's going, how she's